Bum 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 bum. Oh boy. Do I have some fun topics to talk about today? Bum 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 bum. All right. Also, is there some kind of Crunchyroll layer thingamajig going on? I got some weird messages. Bum 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 bum. Rafael, hello there. Simrock, how you doing? And Kraxe, hello there.
Four short years, or almost 6 babies worth.
Yes. 6 individuals for the dumpster. Wait a minute, what? The weather is all over. I'm having a slight headache. It's probably just induced by Streamlabs. Stream Elements. Sorry, not Streamlabs. Let me just check up on... Where is it? Do I even want to look at it? It's only gonna give me more of a headache. Pum pum pum. I got way too many tabs open. Bum 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 bum. Not this one, not that one. Any day now. Hey, that one is good. Yeah, no updates. Ibuprofen helps. I just popped one. I rarely take an Ibu. I always have like a big package of ibuprofen in my medical cabinet. But by the time they kind of run off, or they kind of just kind of go, not really go bad, but when they are basically no longer recommended, I maybe get through like a quarter of the package or something like that. Now, I rarely take an Ibu, but when I do take one, that's usually like, yeah, I should have probably taken one days ago. Alright. Hello. Also, that's my table. Did the camera move? Wait a minute. That should be better. Alright. Let's just jump in. We got a whole day of building ahead of us, and I am actually not tired today because I woke up at 9:30, and I was very happy about that. Not waking up at a weird hour, not waking up somewhere in the middle of the night, waking up at a somewhat normal time and feeling super duper refreshed. I am actually very happy about that. Good. Let me just pull this train track over here like a little bit. Good. There's a Crunchyroll thing going on, and gifting some turbos to get something. Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, what the hell? Do I really care? And it kind of showed up on my activity feed over here as an opportunity for me. But I didn't really see how it would be an opportunity for me. But who cares? Good. I didn't really work much on the base today because I've spent most of my time today finally doing the thing that was on my to-do list for the longest of times, which was finally starting the process of un-googling myself. I've had like a Google account for like the longest of times, and I should have probably started this process already eons ago, because I'm already not really happy anymore in how Google does things for quite some time. But it was always very convenient, so I never really got to the point where I was just like, alright, let's just get rid of all of this shite. But I finally decided to start the process, and yesterday I already started the process by setting up Proton Mail and everything, moving my domain over, adjusting DNS records, and of course there was some kind of error with the DNS records. There's still some kind of error with the DNS records, but I can't make heads or tails out of it, because I'm getting a message from Headster going like, hey, your name server is wrong, and I'm like, yeah, that's your name server, and they're like, yes. What? But it seems to be working. Maybe it's just a false positive error. I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at. I gave them a message, and their support will probably be way better than that Stream Element support, because, oh boy. This morning, I woke up to an email. Well, I didn't really woke up to the email. I woke up and then checked my emails. I think that's a better way to put it. I woke up, I checked my emails, and I saw that I got an email from Stream Elements. And I'm like, oh, did they finally get to my issue? Did they finally work on my request? And then the email said the following. Yes, we asked for your feedback on this topic, and we never got any feedback from you. So we're going to close this ticket in 48 hours unless you respond to this ticket. And I look at the ticket. It's the ticket that got handled by the bot. The ticket where it got handled by the bot. I can actually show you that ticket if I want to. Let me just grab that one out real quick. One moment, please. Let me just set this up real quick. I do kind of want to censor this at least a little bit, because I think some of that information on there is a little bit private. Or at least it might not be the best way to have it out there. Yeah, let me set up a new screen capture real quick, and I'll just move it into the corner. There we go. And then that's fine. And then you over there. Just move over there. Perfect! You can't see my face. Actually, I want to see my face. Wait a minute. No, not this one. No. Yes. No. I swear I know how to do these kinds of things. No. No. Wait, did my camera just turn off entirely? Wait, what? I think my camera broke. Excuse me? Yeah, my camera is just gone. What the hell? There we go. Alright, you over there, and you over there. Good. That'll do. That'll do. Sorry. You already know, I've been going back and forth with stream. Actually, I've not really been going back and forth. I've mostly been going forward with it, and I've never really got any kind of information back. I sent Stream Elements, like one of many requests. This is one of the other requests I sent, where I'm yet again complaining about that they are not correctly adding together the in-game cash bonus that they promised me, and of course, blah, 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 blah. And Olivia Kent over here, he's a bot. This guy over here, this is the bot account of them that they do, and they're like, hey, thank you for reaching out to review the missing bonus payout for your sponsorship. We need to follow up with details. The campaign name, you can't see it over there, but it's on the right over there because it's part of the ticket. And the screenshot attention showing the campaign overview missing bonus payout, which is basically these three over there. So the bot doesn't really know what he's asking for. That is perfectly fine. He then closed the ticket, and we can only create a follow-up. I got, for this particular issue, an email that they're waiting on my feedback. I can't answer this ticket. It's closed. It's marked as solved. Streamlabs, you fucking idiots, get your shit together. Seriously. This is just the worst. Alright, let's get this shit out of there. Wrong company. Did I say Streamlabs again? Sorry. Streamlabs and Stream Elements, your name is too equal, and for me, I just always get it pushed together the entire time. But Stream Elements. Definitely Stream... Who the fuck is at my door? One moment, please. How to put it? It was the janitor. He doesn't have a key for this place, apparently. What the fuck? Why is everything turning to shit these days? He's also not in my apartment, but he's there to pick up the trash cans to put them outside. That's a whole other story I don't really want to get into. Actually, no, I do want to get into it because it's also super duper shit. Why is everything turning to shit? It's what the hell. So, the city where I live in, they recently, not really recently, it's already been like 2 years ago, where they kind of switched the company that was doing the trash cans for them, or that was picking up the trash. And all of a sudden, with the switch, there came some new requirements. And the requirement was a work safety requirement for the trash man, that they can no longer pick up trash cans over stairs that are higher than like a certain, I think more than, they're no longer allowed to pick them up, I think over like 4 individual steps on the stair, and our stair has like 5. Because it's a work safety requirement, and on top of that, if they're like a little bit further away than like 50 meters, they're also no longer allowed to do that, because it's all for work safety. So instead of like a trash man now picking up the trash can from like where they are, in like on the inside of the complex, we have to now put our trash cans on the outside. Now, on its own, that's technically not really a big issue, but what about work safety for me? What about work safety for the people that now push those trash cans out? It's like the worst thing ever, because they're not really solving anything. You got a new development here? No, it's just the entire city just kind of dropped the ball on it, and I have no clue. But yeah, like instead of like the trash people that are like trained for that have equipment for that, to do that kind of thing, which has worked for the last 20 years at least, probably more than that. Now the people that live in the apartment have to do it themselves, which doesn't do shit, does it? Because what will happen if I pick up the trash can and I slip and I break my ankle or something like that? That's just, it's just the worst. It's just the worst. And they're still like fighting that because they've already signed the contract, and they're just like, that's my health insurance, yes. But the risk would be higher on my side because I'm not trained for that. I don't have equipment for that. Now, it's not really an issue to set out the recyclement tons or the vegetable ton outside, because those are usually kind of light. But the restmer, or the general deposits, those are usually fucking heavy. But there, of course, was an option to pay somebody else to do so, and I was like, yeah, why don't we do that? But apparently that person doesn't know how to operate the door. Not even to mention the fact that nobody of the garbage disposal even knows how to operate the trash door opener. Because I'm living like in a, not really an apartment block, but in a housing unit. There's like 4 or 5 apartments in it, and we all share the same front door. And to open that door, for the trash man to get to the trash cans that are like on the inside of the apartment complex, which is also a point I have to make again, because they still pick them up sometimes. It's only for certain trash cans they do. It's stupid. It's insane. I fucking hate it. I don't understand how this can be such a problem. But we have got like a special ring on our outside door ring. a special bell, I guess we call it, that just opens the door for you. And that only works between, like, I think 9 a.m. and all the way up till 4 p.m. That's also why the janitor over there had to ring my door to open the door for him. But they just don't know how to use that. It's marked for trash people. It has a big, big, big sign on it. Ring here to open door if you're a trash person. But apparently they're not trash persons. Toyo Yacht, hello there. Oh, I've been complaining about everything today. Good. I did do one thing just before the stream. I made this thing over here, which currently is no longer working. Which is correct because... Wait a minute. This needs to be the work. Which is a sodium hydroxide making machine over there. We're basically taking a whole bunch of water over there, we're turning it into saline water. The saline water with an electrolyte, turning that into sodium hydroxide and hydrogen as well as chlorine gas. The hydrogen we just vent because we don't really have a use for it. The chlorine gas we put onto the train system if we really, really want it. But of course, if we have too much chlorine gas over there, but not enough sodium hydroxide in the train station over there, then we just start venting chlorine gas over there. Just so that we can always make sodium hydroxide. And if we can also get ourselves some chlorine gas. Wally! Hello there! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Speaking of chlorine gas, this has already been delivered over here, which we do want to set up over here for that quick and dirty gold processing machine, for which we already got an input over there. Also, something is bleeping again quite a bit, but it's just being attacked from multiple angles again. Good! Also, Toyo, did I say hello? I hope I did. If not, hello again. Speaking of chlorine gas, Wally! Exactly! Had you had your treatment of chlorine gas already today? Don't breathe it in, it's not good for you. Alright, we need to route our gold around a bit. We do gold over here, where it's being processed. And it's just going to chests. What do we need the gold for, actually, at the moment? That's not how you check that. That's how we could check that. I still hear bleeping. It should probably be fine. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, gold! Anyway, this gold plate. We mainly need it for the tier 4 circuit. We need it for the SRF emitter hubs, but we're not really doing that anymore at the moment. We need it for the orange alien alloys. Really? What do we do with those? For shotgun electric shells. Oh, that sounds fucking amazing. We need it for the gold wire, which we do need for the blue circuit, so that's part of that. We also need gold for the heat pipe Mark IV, as well as for the beacon Mark III, as well as for some other parts we're not really doing right now. Yeah, I think we can just turn off this gold production over there, or at least make it so that... Yeah, this amount of gold over there will probably be more than enough to supply whatever we're doing over there. Which means the gold station we have over here, this one over there, we're gonna turn you around. We're gonna empty out that deposit over there, and we're gonna turn you into a gold provider, a gold ore provider. There we go. Which also means that since you're a provider, your red wire will no longer go into the air, and your green wire will no longer go into the air. Because you're not providing, that's good. What's the crit in Oni that likes chlorine gas? Gassy moo? Wait, what? Oh, and oxygen not included, yes. Never really played oxygen that included that deep, though. So, but yeah, it'll be fine. Alright, let's just make this a little bit better, that a bit better, get rid of this, get rid of that. Rotate you around, and flip that belt. That was definitely a thing. Do we still need this? Not really. That can go away as well. Yeah, but we're flipping the entire thing around. So, no longer goes gold over there, gold goes over here now. There we go. Can we get the blue splitter, please? Blue, 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 blue. There's one. Good. Is that gold? This is the gold one. Wait a minute. What did I just change over there? Wait a minute. Alright. I see what I did over there. So this is the output for gold over there. That is coming from the rubite. Alright, and this is the belt. Alright, it needs to be over here then. So what does the rubite belt then do? Because the rubite belt over there, that's this one, that's coming from over there. And this process we do sometimes. You would technically be spewing out gold over there. So that would be like your main output over there for gold ore. There we go. Where does this go? Like, seriously, where does this go? This makes 0 sense. Bum. Alright, you go for there, you go for there. And then we go down, over, down, over, down, over, down. And then into there, and then we flip these around. Good. You are here to pick up some gold. Yeah, that's kind of on the way. That'll be fine. What asshole designed this mess exactly? Who the fuck came up with this shit? All right. We're doing some rubite over there. There's also lead, nickel, aluminum, and silicon. Do we got some openings for that over here somewhere? Because there should have been some kind of happy path over here. Oh, is this the happy path for that? That is the happy path for this. I see. Alright. There we go. That should be fine now. Ah. Good. Alright, gold is now going this way. It will go into this depot, where it will be picked up over there, and then it will be brought all the way over here, where we can then turn that into gold wire over there. Once we at least build a somewhat cheaper gold processing machine. We're still waiting over here to make the sodium cyanide. For that, we are still waiting over here for the sodium hydroxide, which... Wait a minute. Which is here, but we just never really connected that, question mark. Because the sodium hydroxide is also being split off over there, and then it goes into these machines over there, but we do need to top it off. Alright. Which means... two things. First and foremost, make this a balancer. There we go. The other way around. Thank you very much. And secondly, we need to top it off. There we go. How about we do that like this? There we go. You over there and you over there. And then we can do the same thing for over there and over there. There we go. Oh, perfect. This way, please. There we go. And then input priority over there will be from the left side. Good. The classic answer to the question, Passbolt designed this and built this ass. He's an asshole. Passbolt is an absolute motherfucker. And Futurebolt is not even any better, because Futurebolt never does anything. Whenever I ask Futurebolt to do something, he just pushes it on to other Futurebolt. It's a never-ending cycle. Alright. Let's wait for that to come in real quick. You are waiting for a spot in the depot. That is fine as well. And then you over there, you are slowly filling up with more sodium hydroxide. That is good as well. Oh, sorry about that. Good. Alright. Let's wait for the bots over here to bring that in, but then at least we can do the silver wire. And then we also need a quick and dirty build for the gold wire. We got gold coming out over there. How about we just make a quick and dirty gold machine over here? And that quick and dirty gold machine is just going to be some blast furnaces over there. I guess 2 of them. Where we just do the most simple gold recipe we can, which is this one over there. up to the point that we can then later on switch it over to the better gold recipe. We could of course do the intermittent gold recipe, but to be perfectly honest, I don't really want to bring that stuff in for that. We're just gonna go for this one, it'll be fine. We do got the chlorine gas for that. That chlorine gas is right over there, but I didn't really want to bring in the salpeter acid, nor the other acid that we need for the other process. It's also a very, very one-time process, the other gold mechanic, so we're just going to do this, and it'll be fine. And then we don't need to worry about that. That's all the wrong buttons to press again. Good. Good, 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 good. Alright, you turn it into that. You need some fuel for that. We got fuel right over there, so let's grab some fuel real quick. Boop. Put it over there. Let's just make you a little bit longer. There we go. And then we don't need to worry about that. You make about 18 bars per second. And if we want to smelt it down into molten gold, we will need one of these boys for that. I'm pretty sure that each one of these over there eats about 9 of them. Which also kind of means that this entire build over there should probably be a little bit further down. Sorry about that. Which also means that this no longer connects. But it will now. There we go. Remove these, remove that. Put the corner piece in there. Thank you very much. Because you'll be over there, and you'll be over there. Because you over there, you are going to be making molten gold. Yeah, you make 18, you make 8, 9. Perfect. Put them all over there, and I guess call it a day. You over there, and you over there. Perfect! But yeah, I spent most of my time today trying to get rid of Google. Now, it's gonna be taking a couple more days for that, because I'm kind of being very slow and methodical about it. Mostly because I don't really want to accidentally lock myself out of any kind of account I have for Google. That would be the worst. But the idea is also to install a new operating system on my phone. Switching away from the stock Android I have on there to a Graphene OS. Mostly due to the fact that Google just keeps on pushing more and more unnecessary features onto my phone that I really do not want. Mostly AI features. And I just kind of want to get rid of them for good. I don't need any kind of weird... I mean, it's the usual. It's like smart home devices. They're nice to have. I really do not want them. Please, please, please put them away from me. They're terrible. Alright. Sodium processing is working? Yes. Do you do online banking on your phone? Yes. And Graphene OS apparently works for banking apps. So it should be fine. I did check. There's a list of applications for banking apps that work with Graphene OS. And I checked my own banking apps for that, and I did find them in there. And as such, I was like, yep, this should probably be fine. Also, this stuff over here is on the wrong side of the belt. You need to be on this side of the belt, because apparently I'm an idiot. Alright, 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 but that will be fine. Good, but the silver process is working, which also means that we're getting molten silver over there. We got molten copper over there. What happened to the molten silver then? Wait a minute. The molten silver is in the pipe. The molten silver is where the molten gold is. What the fuck? How did this happen? Alright, let's just turn these around then. You'll be over there. And you'll be over there. Tells you how tired I was last time around. So, there we go. Turn them around. Vent the molten silver. A little bit of a shame, but it'll be fine. But yeah, for the banking apps, I did check. And they should be available. So, I'm gonna give that a try. And I think it should be fine. But it's definitely a bit of an experiment. And flashing my phone will also mean that... if I'm not happy with it, I need to basically if I'm not happy with what I'm doing, I can always just factory reset my phone back and get it back to the working order. But it does mean that I'll have to reinstall like a whole bunch of things yet again. So I'm kind of making sure at the moment that whatever I'm going to be touching and transmitting, I can recover from one means or another. And that's usually where most of my time went in today. I'm just going to research whatever we have over there, because just get that research done with, please. There we go. Good, 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 good. Alright, we're missing one power pole over there, and then this gold machine over there can work, and then of course we're also... Oh, we got the cooling mechanism. Never mind. I kind of thought we didn't have this in yet, but apparently we do. Thank you, Pass Me. Sometimes you're not an idiot. Good, good, good. Alright, that opens up the loop again. Let's hope that we still have some space in that loop. There's some space in there. And there's some space in there, because we can't emit the sodium hydroxide over there if it's on the wrong side of the belt. But that should be fine now. Good, 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 good. Yeah, that's looking good. That goes back in over there. You turn that into sodium cyanide, and then you do the process over there. You make silver over there. That is good. And, oh, look at all the silver wire coming out. Perfect. Alright, that's working. These seem to be working. Yeah, they seem to be working. Perfect. They're not really getting too much coolant in yet. Because this thing over here, of course, is not running at full capacity yet. These over there are also fine. You are also fine. That's looking all very, very, very good. Only downside over here is, of course, that we have connected you over there. You just need to run on pure water for now, so we need to open up you real quick and give you a connection over here somewhere. Let's just do that, maybe like this, and that, and this, and that, and that, and this. There we go. And then the molten gold. Ah, that's not working yet because you're missing a power wire over there. And you're also missing all your ores. Wait a minute, where's the gold ore? There's my gold ore! Just on time! Fucking lovely. Alright, that will be good for this minimal gold setup over there. And then we can also start working on the gold wire over there. Is this already a separate system? Apparently it is, so we can just do this. There we go. That will open up all of this over there. And then connect the wires, please, with the pipes, I mean. And then we're gonna be good over here as well. Oh, yeah, I was kind of wondering what's wrong over here. Maybe put the gold ingots into the machine. That'll help. That'll help a lot. Alright, alright, alright. Gold, just add water and we get gold. That will be done over there. So the gold wire setup over there is also about ready to go. Perfect! Lovely. Circuits. Yeah, let's make a whole hacking metric fuck ton of circuits. Wood was also part of the problem, and we should probably think about making a better wood farm. Now, we got these wood farms over there, which I guess are fine. These are very old builds, very, very beginner builds, which we might still keep in one way or another. We might still keep the recipe over here that turns wood over there into methanol. I think that's still a good recipe. But we should probably just centralize the making of wood by just making like a really, really nice big wood build. And trying to just streamline it a little bit more and make it that it just works for us. So let's go for that. Pom 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 pom. There we go, and here comes the gold wire. Excellent. Alright, something is bleeping. Nothing important. Good. We haven't looked at this tab in quite some time, but a whole bunch of things have been added in over there. Because we have now... This is not really a better wood recipe. This is more or less a recipe that... It doesn't really make it faster. We don't really make more wood out of it. But there's a higher chance for us to get the crystal saw blade back. And the crystal saw blade over there is a harmonic crystal shard and a crystal tipped saw blade. And the crystal tipped saw blade is a normal saw blade with some harmonic crystal splinters on top of them. And the normal saw blade is just a piece of iron. I don't really see any reason to spend any kind of crystals over here on a harmonic crystal tipped saw blade. We could just use the normal one. It does eat 10 times the amount of steel, of iron, but iron is cheap as dirt, and I don't really care about that, to be perfectly honest. What's more important over there is that we probably try to make the best tree recipe we have available over there. And there's multiple tree recipes over there. There's a tree recipe over there for the special trees. We don't really need that. There are tree recipes over there that just make more trees. We can make up to 8 trees every 30 seconds. That's kind of decent. What are these? This is bioresin trees. So we can also make trees over there, but also on top of that make some bioresin. Alright. Bioplastic trees and bio-rubber trees. A rubber tree, you say? But they do require desert tree seeds, and these over there are not too hard to make either. Good old black liquor is back in over there. And white liquor and other stuff and yada yada yada. Alright, let's also get rid of all of this real quick. There we go, it makes it a little bit easier to look at. Tree seeds, maybe just go for the standard boring tree over there, because the standard boring tree over there is probably the best way to do that. The tree seeds over there can be made in any kind of tree seed generator. The only problem for this is, if we do want to scale this up, I'm not quite sure how many tree seed generators we have. We got a total of 3 tree seed generators. That, of course, is not the best. There is, of course, the option over here to actually make these trees, which you would need to make a tree seed generator. And technically, this process over there, rare tree cultivation over there, this could be a process we can set up real quick to just start generating those trees at random. Vary, hello there! Welcome, welcome, welcome. And then we can use these over there to make whatever tree we want. These over here do require alien plant samples, but to be perfectly honest, we have them en masse sitting over here. And actually, we're already backing up over there quite a bit. And Moose Moose, hello there as well. We will also need the alien fertilizer, which is right over there. So if we just use the fertilizer over there, we can make this thing a thing. The only thing we're going to need is an arbor... what was it called again? Not you, one of you. An arboretum, there we go. To actually just make the tree a tree. How about we place you right over there, and then we'll just figure out the rest as we go. Because then we can just direct insert you over there. If we use a long inserter, one of them will be enough. Thank you very much. And you over there, you're just going to go for the random tree seed generation. Just add water, add a bit of tree seed to that as well as the fertilizer, as well as the alien plant life sample packs, which are very conveniently just over here. I'm also a little bit surprised that this entire process has kind of stopped because we're out of mineralized water. Really? Okay. I mean, I did tap into this process over here, where we process geodes. To get some mineralized water out of that, but apparently we used it all up. That's kind of surprising. Not that it matters much, we can just use the stuff from over there, but I'll guess we'll just put it in then. There you go. That was not the button I wanted to press. Okay, you over there first. Just bring on these. You need to make this stuff, right? Yep. Alright, and then you over there, you just need some tree seeds. How do we make tree seeds again? Pum 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 pum. Tree seeds is just soil and water in any kind of tree generator. And we can use the temperature generator for that. There we go. Let's just place you, say, over there. That'll be fine. Have one of these. You just make this one over there, which means we need some soil for this entire thing. We got some soil right over there. So how about we pick up some soil from over there and we just bring it over. Other way around. There we go. Just we're just wang-jangling, bootstrapping this thing together. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Where do we get the water from? How about we take this water from over there? That'll be fine as well. Good, 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 good. Wait, there we go. Good, you get the water, you get the soil, you can make the tree seeds. And you get the water, you get the tree seeds and the fertilizer, and you can start making the very special trees. And then I guess we just put that into a chest, and we're just gonna call it a day, and we're gonna be fine with it. Ah! Good. Which means we can now start thinking about however we want to do it to make ourselves a lovely little tree farm. Alright, tree farm time. There they are. We're gonna need these. Lots of these. Because we're gonna make this recipe over there. All of the stuff we can provide. The nutrient pulp will come in via a train. Water we can just get from somewhere. That doesn't really matter too much. Fertilizer we can make on site. We can probably even make the fertilizer... We could put the farm next to it. We could also make the nutrient pulp on site if you kind of think about it. Because nutrient pulp, of course, requires a farm. We have a farm right over there. And we could just make a farm that the only thing it does is to make things like compost and stuff like that for us. Even though this is already making quite a bit. Can we make the tree farm over here somewhere? We could make the tree farm right over there. Just belt and pipe it over. And then put it on a train over there somewhere. That sounds like a plan. Alright, let's do that. Which means we no longer need to worry too much about things like soil, fertilizer, or tree seeds. We just need to make sure that we can input them. And then we just need to scale this up into some kind of degree that we can make a use of this. Which means, let's have a look. Let's put a couple of these next to each other. Let's go for maybe 10 of them real quick. There we go. And then if you kind of think about it, just rotate these around real quick and all the way around. Pum pum pum, pum pum pum. That looks good. Because then we could put the pipes in the middle over there. The trees will come out in the middle, and then on the sides we'll have the input for the soil, the fertilizer and the tree seeds. The fertilizer and the tree seeds will most likely be on the same belt, and the soil will be its own belt. Alright, if we have something like this. You make about 0.13 trees per second, so we don't even need any kind of fast inserter, like a small red one like this will be doing absolutely fine. There you go. Good. If we got 10 of these, then technically you're making 1.3 trees per second. If we have, what's the crafting speed? Crafting speed of 0.5. Wow, that's fucking slow. So you're basically making either 16 trees, no, you're making 8 trees every minute. All right, 8 trees per minute. That's fucking slow. Oh, 8 trees per minute. It's, yeah, we can make it big. I'm not quite sure how big we want to make it. I'm just kind of want to get some more numbers in. To see what else we're gonna need. I do know that we're gonna need an assembly machine at the end over there that I think cuts up the trees. Pum 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 pum. Yeah, because here over there you take in 1 tree per second, turn that into 7 wood per second. And this over here is, of course, this is a little bit more than 1 tree per second. If we got 8 of these, big enough for a yellow belt? We could turn it into a yellow belt if we would want to. Very true. 0.13. Is it maybe just a 0.125? Because if that would be the case, then this over there will be 0.25, and this over there will be 1 tree per second. Which could go exactly in one of these. Okay, I need to get the calculator out real quick. Unless we don't need the calculator, because it's basically going to be 8 divided by 60. That's the same as 4 divided by 30. That's the same as 2 divided by 15. That's the same as 1 divided by 7.5. Good. So it's basically an 8-to-1 ratio. There we go. That will be fine. And then you just go into there. Perfect. Sure. And then just bring these things some things. And then we can just emit the wood out over there. I'll take it. Pom 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 pom. Pom 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 pom. Yeah, we can also use the red inserters over there for these inputs. There we go. You'll be over there. And then give it some long hand inserters. You'll be over there. Pom pom pom. Take the entire thing. Flip it around. Put it over there. Good. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we should like try to fill out a belt with trees. We should probably try to fill out a belt with wood. Oh, how many things are being damaged? Ah, yes. I'm just gonna ignore that. I'm just gonna ignore that. Alright. Pom 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 pom. And then you over there. Make a copy of this. Excellent. We're gonna need some power poles around this whole thing. Like how about one over there, one over there, one over there. Yeah, just make this a full block. There we go. Insert settlers of Catan joke. I've got wood for sheep. If you got wood for sheep, you've got a problem, man. You shouldn't get wood for sheep. Unless it's sheep girls. It was this flashing back the epic pie game where you're measuring things of output by a fully loaded belt it produced. Yes, I mean, for pie that made sense. Stone for sheep. You don't you could stone a sheep. I mean, that's how you make haggis, right? But what if she's Welsh? Alright, fair enough. Put some lamps in there. Yeah, I like some lamps in the middle over there will be fine. There's one more thing we need to do in here, and we're just going to be ordering that in via airdrop. Actually, we need one machine over there that's going to be making some saw blades for us. There we go. Pom 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 pom. Pom pom pom. Good. The saw blades cycle around like this. You over there, you're just going to order in a stack of iron plates, which we can just get from the mall or something like that. A stack of iron plates over there will be more than enough. We will never need to worry about anything over there for any kind of time. But this machine over there, you will only be enabled if blades, there they are, if there are no blades in that chest. So that we always have a bit of a backup over there. And then this over here just loops. One thing we need to do over there is to make sure that you over there, the only thing you do over there is to emit the blade. There we go. And then each one of these gets their own personal blade makers. So that'll be fine. Code Red, hello there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright. And then we'll just get an output over there. We're doing about 7 wood per second, which I think we can just do with some red bulks over there. 1, 2. And that will be our output. And then we just need to make sure that we can supply a whole bunch of soil, fertilizer, and tree seeds. We can probably make that happen. Alright, we kind of said we want to build these around here somewhere close by to this. We could just make like a whole bunch of these over here and then figure out where the train track will be later. I kind of like that idea. Let's make sure that these pipes at least connect. Oh, you're on the field now. That's kind of unfortunate. I don't really want to build on top of a field, though. We could make them over here. And then we can use that area over there to make whatever we need for these machines over here to operate correctly. No, the lamps are in, don't worry about that. Good. There should be more than enough lamps in here. Perfect. Now we just need to calculate how much soil we need. We got a total of 32 of these. Which means we're basically doing 1 craft per second, but we got a craft speed of 0.5, so we're doing half a craft per second. Which means we need about 2.5 soil per second. Really? Is that all? Alright, 2.5 soil per second. Soil! How do we make that? We make that like this over there out of mud. Can we just use your soil over there? If we don't need it over there, we can probably push it in over there, right? How much soil do you make? Alright, you're actually kind of slow for that. Fair enough. And soil over there is made out of compost, which we have over there. We can just get the wheaten out over there, bring it over there, and just process it over there. We do need a bit of a mud machine for that. And this is the mud machine. And this is the mud machine that makes us probably everything we need for the soil over there. So, sure, let's make another one over there. Pump. Yeah, it looks mostly fine. And just add in the extra heavy water. And how much do we need? We need 1 pump of heavy water for that. That will be this one over there. You're gonna live over there. Pump, 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 pump. Give me underground pipes, please. There they are. Where's the machine? Machine's over there. And on top of that, we're also gonna need some water. That was a little bit far. Pum pum pum. Do we got a water pump in there somewhere? We sure do. I guess it will be over there. It'll be fine. Pum pum pum. Pum pum pum. This one, that one. That will be the mud water. That will be the normal heavy water. And then we can also connect you up with a power connection, say somewhere over there. By doing this, and by doing that, and definitely not by doing this. That should be good for you. You make the mud that we need. There, the wheaten. We'll pull you over, all the way over there. Because we're definitely making extra wheaten. We got also some extra wheat over there. I think I'll just take the wheaten from this plantation. It'll be fine. Put you all the way over there. And then we'll take the wheaten. We turn that into compost. And then the compost together with some assembly machines, we can turn that into soil. You over there, you make about 2 compost per second. You over there, eat about 2 compost per second. And then you can turn that into... Yeah, we're basically only 2 of these. Is this whole wheaten? And of course it's whole wheaten. Alright, you did compost. And then we need the assembly machines for that as well. There we go. How about something like this and something like that? And how about we place you... I could just place you like on the top like this. Wait a minute, we need the soil over there though. Spread you apart a little bit more. Let's do this. Let's do that. Enable the reach. And then you over there, you over there, you over there, you over there. Stop the reach. You over there, you... That was a miss. You over there. And that should be fine. The beeping will never stop. Don't worry about the beeping. The moment the beeping stops, it usually means that everybody's dead. Good, 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 good. Alright, that process is working. That's more wheat over there. We also need some of this nutrient pulp over there, which we can just get from the fish tank over there. Let's go down here. You also require water. Yeah, we can set it up as well. Alright, alright. Yeah, you make this. Wait a minute. We're still missing a connection. We're still missing this and that. And then you can start making the soil. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Good. And then you also need the fertilizer. We actually need fertilizer, like proper fertilizer. Not this stuff, not compost, actual fertilizer. Which we can make by combining compost together with urea gas. We do have some urea gas we're making right over here. Will that be enough? That's a good question. Give Louis some credit. He got sick of Wesley repeatedly saving the ship and gave an ultimatum. If Wesley saved the ship again, he was going to leave the show. If the writer had saved the ship again, Wheaton left Stargate the Next Generation. And then Stargate, Star Trek. I never really got into Star Trek, to be perfectly honest. Maybe at some point in time I need to do the thing that Tom from the Yogscast did and just watch every Star Trek episode at some point in that time. But I just never really got into it. Alright, we're missing some lamps over here because it's kinda dark. Put a lamp over there, put a lamp over there. Good, good, good. Alright, we got the soil that we need. And we already said the soil will be on its own little belt. The tree seeds still need to be made. Let's maybe do the lower hanging fruits real quick. And the lower hanging fruits over there will be just a quick connection over there. For this and that and this. There we go. That's one connection. And I guess we can do this at the bottom. There we go. You all the way over there. Why are there two signals over there? What the fuck? Something ain't quite right over there. Alright, at least this over here will then connect everything over there with the nutrient pulp. And then we also still need to connect everything up over there with a connection of water. We also try to inject some relatable character into Wesley, and he wants him to have some anime or the media posted this quarter. It wasn't allowed. Yeah, Star Trek lore, I'm not up to date at all with Star Trek lore whatsoever. The only thing I do know about Star Trek is Gorn, or whatever his name was. That one Klingon with the crazy eyes. The best Klingon ever. Alright, that's all the liquids connected. Perfect. Soil. That's being made over there. We got a whole bunch of these. It might be just the easiest way, even though I kind of said that these will be individual belts. It might just be the easiest if we just fully connect them. Do this. Do that. Do this. Do that. Do this. Good, because then we can just combine these two together real quick. You over there, you over there. That's one too long. Get ourselves a splitter, which we can fetch ourselves from... Alright, I'll fetch one from my inventory. There you go. Good, that will be soil done. And then the only thing that's going to be left is going to be this belt over there. There we go. And there we go. Oh, I see what's going on over there. We got the same thing over there, right? No. Over there it kind of worked. Fair enough. There you go. And then... wait a minute. But this never worked. There we go. Perfect. Fallen Angel, hello there. How am I doing? My sleep was good today. I woke up at 9:30. Though, I'm definitely getting a bit of the sniffles. Probably just because it's been raining over here for like 3 days straight. But one step at a time. Alright, fertilizer and tree seeds. Now, tree seeds is just more soil and water. Aren't there more advanced tree seed recipes in there as well? Didn't we have also the option to... Wait a minute. Tree seeds. We can also make them out of soil, fertilizer, water, and carbon dioxide over there. This will make 0.5 tree seed per second. How many tree seeds do we need? We're gonna need about... Not that many. We got 32 of these, so we can just approximate this that we're doing about 1 craft per second, but we've got a craft speed of 0.5, so we're gonna do like half a craft per second, which means we need about 1 tree seed per second, and if we do use the fertilizer for the tree seed recipe over there, then we need exactly 2 of these. Where are they? These over there. Speaking of tree seed generation, are you working? You know what would help over there? Boop. That would help a lot. Alright, 2 of these, making tree seeds. Just add fertilizer and soil, and out comes tree seeds. Now, the soil that we need for this, we'll still need 0.32 soil for that. We could maybe splice into this. I think we are making a little bit more than we need, but... Ooh, there's really not a lot of soil going around. But I think it will be fine. So, what we could do is... We could extend this. You would still need the fertilizer as well, which we'll also need for you. So, we will still need to make a decent fertilizer machine around here somewhere. And we will actually need a decent amount of fertilizer, don't we? Actually, we don't. Fertilizer is the one thing we really do not need a lot of. Again, we do like half a craft per second, so we need half a fertilizer per second for all of these together. And over there, we got 2 of these, which is even less fertilizer per second. So we need, if we make up to 1 fertilizer per second, it's gonna be more than enough. We do got this machine over there. This machine over there is not even making 1 fertilizer per second. How much fertilizer did we say again? Half 1 or a full 1 per second? Half a fertilizer per second. We could tap into this fertilizer over there. Though this machine over there is also not really running 24/7. We could make it run 24/7. And we could even make it run a little bit faster if we would want to. And then we could just use this fertilizer for whatever we need by just splitting it off like this. And belting it all the way over. There we go. That could work. Alright, then we got the output over there. We're gonna do 1 more split over there. Is the bleeping important? No. And then we just do something like this and that. And we can call it a day. Just put the input in and the output. It will probably not be the best tree farm ever, but it will be a tree farm. And I think that's more than enough. I think that's gonna be more than enough. Alright, we can get water from over there. Pom pom pom, pom pom pom. It's only a tree farm. I'm really not really giving my best effort over here for this tree farm. But just a bit to get this thing going. So that we're gonna be fine over there. The other thing we're missing over here is some carbon dioxide. Do we perhaps have a carbon dioxide machine sitting around here somewhere? Do we do carbon dioxide over here? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. There is some carbon dioxide going around over there. So I'm not quite sure where it's coming from, but we're just gonna make use of you. Alright, we need you over there. So how about we pull you in from the top somewhere? How about like right over there and then through there and then you over there and you over there and you over there. Call that a day. And we are done. The only thing we miss over there is this 3-seat generator over there. For that, we will need you to make ourselves a temper tree. There is a temper tree over there. Do we still got the automation in here to make the 3-seat machines? Oh, I've got no clue. Actually, apparently we do. Desert 3-seat, swamp 3-seat. What about the other one? Do we not do temperate seat? What the hell? Alright, maybe it's... Wait, there it is. Are you ordering the tree in? Yes, you are. So it will be done sooner or later. Good. I'm just gonna research some random research again. Yeah, give me this, please. It'll be fine. Good, 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 good. Oh, that pipe is not so long. Alright, fair enough. That looks like a perfect spot for a pump. Good, that should be fine. You're also getting your iron in there. That's kind of stupid. Oh, we got some iron plates in circulation now. Pick these up, please. We don't need these here. There we go. Good. Alright, alright. Which means the only thing you're waiting on over there is gonna be a tree on its own. And the only thing you're waiting on over there is 3 seeds and fertilizer. And for 3 seeds and fertilizer, well, there's the 3 seeds. Where's the fertilizer? There's the fertilizer. You're doing a little bit terrible for Uri, I guess. And the reason for that is because this machine over there is disabled every now and then. So let's unblock you. And hope that this will be enough. Yeah, that should be fine. Golden even. Good. Tree production over here is good to go. Excellent. Soil is also backing up, so let's just give this a whirl, and out comes wood. How much wood will be coming out? About 7, 14, 28 per second, which is really not a lot. It's a very slow production of wood, but at least it's something. Even here, wood! There it is. Alright, wood productions. You go over there. Pum 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 pum. You go over there. And then let's build you a little bit in reverse. Other way around, please. There we go. Yeah, we can... Do we want to go through... I don't really want to go through the fields. That's kind of horrible. Yeah, let's go a little bit lower, and then let's go... Yes, over there will be fine. Good. And at least now we got ourselves a somewhat more proper wood farm, I guess. Let's compare to the old wood farms over here. Which do have... Really? But these are not running 24/7, are they? No, they're not. Okay. Why did we build it like this? This seems kind of wrong. I do kind of notice that we do have speed and prot modules available over there. Which means we could speed these up a bit at least. If we would want to. Well, let's see how this goes. Let's just set up everything over there and give it a bit of a whirl and see what's missing most of the time. It's mostly tree seeds at the moment. And these two are running, and we're making about 0.5 tree seed per second, which should match the consumption over there. But since it's a very slow process, it will probably take some time over here to back up. So, give it some time. Also, this over here needs to be absolutely wood. We are just about to throw our saw blades into the mix over here. There's wood. There might already be a saw blade on this belt. Oh, wait. There's at least one over there. I can already see one. Fuck. Bum, 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 bum. Well then. Bum, bum. Over there. Actually, we'll fish them out once they're in here. It'll be fine. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. There they come. While we wait for them to be fished out, let me just open up my drink real quick. Here we go. Caffeine. Alright, we don't need these. Nor do we need those. The amount of wood on the belt is still kind of not that impressive. Can we... We can't put prots in there. We can put prots in these, though. Will it even be worth it? I'm not even quite sure if that will be even worth it. .03, so 0.12, 0.24, and then the total one over there is just under 1. Ah, maybe we are not making enough tree seeds. These need to be faster. Or we need more of them. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. That should be fine. Double it down. Because tree seeds, fertilizer on its own seems to be fine-ish. Even though I kind of have the feeling that fertilizer could also be way better. You're still waiting on the uric gas, you're waiting mostly on ammonia. We could set up another one of these in here. It's not too hard to set up. Here we go. How about something like this? You go over there. Just do some blue algae magic again. There we go. And there we go. And then that will go into this pipe over there. There we go, that should do it right. We don't really need that much ammonia over there, but just making it as blue algae over there is a fine idea, because we've got basically an infinite amount of carbon dioxide over there and an infinite amount of sulfuric wastewater. So we can always turn this stuff over there into more ammonia. Sure. Oh, you're missing power. There we go. That should be fine over there as well. And then let's hope that the wood production over there will be fine, because we do need that wood production if we want to make like a brown circuit machine. Yeah, we're still fine over there. Alright, circuit machines. What else do we need for the circuit machines? If we're really looking at more basic parts, solder, of course, but the solder we're going to be making on-site. Unless, do we need solder for anything else as well? We do need solder for things like... Alright, we need to make a solder machine. We do need it for things like the modules. The modules also require solder. Solder. We can make these lovely big solder coils, which we definitely want to do. For that we need to make some molten solder. Molten solder comes in 3 different forms. We can either make it out of lead and tin, we can make it out of tin and zinc, or we can make it out of copper, silver and tin. We might just make it out of lead and tin. The tin and zinc recipe over there, I guess is fine. The copper, silver and tin recipe over there, I guess is also fine. But we need to use our lead for something. So we might as well turn all of that into solder. As the lead on its own, what do we even need it for? It's only used for molten lead, molten solder, and we can turn it into brass later on. But we need to spend our lead on something. So I guess we're going to be making lead-based solder. Of course, the other place to... How many is producing this build? The wood, I mean? It's about 30 per second. Once this full thing over here is operational, it's basically a little bit less than that. It's going to be 28 per second. Which I think we can definitely do if all of these are now working together. Good, good, good. But yeah, we need to do something with our lead, because if I remember correctly over here as well, some of these over here are also kind of stopped. Mostly due to the fact that we are backed up on things like nickel. And we're backed up by things like lead right over there. So yeah, let's do some lead processing. Alright, lead processing. We definitely got the more advanced process for that. And I think we're not even doing the most advanced lead process yet. I think at some point in time, yeah, I did set up the process over there for lead oxide with the processed ore, but not with the pellet press yet. So what do we need for lead processing with the pellet press? We're gonna need to do blast furnace and then blast furnace. No, it's only a blast furnace. No, we're not seeing all the recipes in there, which is kind of annoying. But it's gonna be a blast furnace, it's gonna be an ore crusher, it's gonna be a pellet press, and it's gonna be a chemical furnace, I think. You over there, you make lead pellets. You over there, you crush lead ore. You over there, you cook lead anodes. And you over there, you cook hexafluorosilicic acid. Okay. You cook that into lead ingots. Isn't the same architecture as copper? No. There will be some parts in here that will be similar, but there will be some parts in here that will be very different. Alright, you make the pallets. We're still going to be doing this based upon the recipe speed, not on the crafting speed we see in the machines, because we still have mixed machines, but later on all of them will be running at the same crafting speed. Which means, you over there, you make about 2 pallets per second, and this recipe over there will be consuming 2 pallets per second. So these over here go 1 to 1. To turn them into the anodes, you're going to be making about 6 lead anodes per second, and you over there, you consume about 2. Alright, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This might be very similar to the copper recipe. Wait a minute. Yeah, you might be right about that one. Sorry. The layout is identical. There are some extra bells and whistles attached. We got like this sulfuric dioxide output over there. The oxygen input over there is still the same. And then this is still a direct insertion over there. We do need to add the hexafluorosilicic acid in there as well, which means we need to work with fluorine. Alright, that's gonna be an issue on its own. But yeah, it's gonna be very, very similar, if not identical to the copper machine. Let's just get some things in there real quick, and then let's see where we end up with. Let's connect you. Let's connect you. I think it will still be the easiest if we just combine these. Or if we just pull these out all the way like this and like that. And then, of course, wait a minute, how do we do it for the copper then? The copper has 4 smelting machines, alright. But this time around, we need to mix and match stuff. So the ingots over there, they might just end up going on the belt. So we will no longer have a direct insertion because, of course, if we want to make the solder, we need to make the molten solder first. And the molten solder over there, let's just get rid of these real quick. There we go. Solder. Where's slaughter? There you go. Not this, not that. This. It's 1-to-1 with tin. Alright, we're gonna make a ton of solder out of this. In total, 4 per second. Actually, let's just look at the recipe over there. You're technically doing 2 per craft, so 2, 4, 6, 12. 12. Something is not really adding up, is it? You're doing 6 anodes per second, and 6 anodes over there will be turned into, yeah, it's 12, into 6 ingots per second. So 12, 24, and then you over there, you eat 3 per second. Oh, it's gonna be one very, very, very big solder machine. We're gonna be making so much solder that we will never need to worry about solder ever again. That might be a bit too much, but then again, I would rather make it too big than too small. Do we need lead plates for anything? Yes, technically we do. Lead plate does go into some of the batteries. Lead plate does go probably very much extensively a lot into things like fuel rods and stuff like that. Alright, it also goes, of course, in a little bit of ammo and some other good stuff. So, there we go. And then tin plates is also something that we need. Can we make rolled tin plates, actually? Yes, we can. Yeah, since I'm not quite sure that we will actually be using all of this for solder the entire time, we might as well put also a machine on the side over here that will make lead foil or lead coils and tin coils. So we can use them for something else. Because if we're making up to 24 ingots over here per second, and we're going to be turning them all over here into furnaces over there per second, then we are going to be doing this recipe 8 times per second, which will mean that we're going to be making a metric fuckload of solder per second, which is just too much. Alright, what's bleeping? Nothing important. Alright, fair enough. Switch ramps. Oh, that's to unload trains. Okay, fair enough. We're not even using Renite transportation as much as I want to. Alright, but for the tin, don't we already have like a big, nice tin making machine? We sure do. We made one already. It's right over there. I'm just gonna copy paste the basics out of that. That looks pretty straightforward. Let's just cut these real quick and those real quick. And then we're just going to place them together on, I guess, this side or something like that. And then you get one over there. You get one over there, one over there, and one over there. Place them like this. That looks a little bit better. Good. Main target over there is going to be solder. But we're also going to be making sheet coils over there. So we're going to have 2 different projects over there. Perfect. Good God, the bleeping. It will just never stop. There we go. Please, bleeping. It's haunting my nightmares. Alright. Then. Let's just design this a little bit further then. Again, same thing. We're going to have some solder making machines over there. How many of these? Maybe 4 of them. We should probably scale them up accordingly to the strand costing over here. We're going to have 3 different strand costs. Yeah, we got the jumping trains in here, but we're not really doing the jumping trains. We got bridges for that. Oh, there we go. These will be the things that we are going to need. Alright, and then of course we are going to need to add ourselves over there. Let's just add some more of these real quick. One of these is going to be making molten tin, pum pum pum. And one of these is going to be making molten lead. There we go, pum pum pum. Technically, one of these makes up to 30 molten tin per second, and one of you over there, you eat up to 70 per second. Okay. So, it's a 2-to-1 ratio for these. Can you turn trains with biters and kill them? We sure can, but I'm not quite sure how effective it will be. Because the arena transportation mod definitely has not been scaled upon what we are seeing over here, with these biters over there having like 1,000,000,000 billion health. I'm kind of having the feeling that if we throw a train at the biters, the train will just bounce. It will come straight back at us. Also, I noticed that I forgot something over here. Here we go, there we go. I don't think it matters too much right now. Pum 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 pum. Alright. Let's put you over there. Good, good, good. Alright, 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 alright. We also don't need this. That can go away. Ingots, ingots, ingots. We should be making the same amount of ingots over here. We already got the fluid department there. That's what's confusing over there. We don't need these right now. So, yeah, you're making up to 36 ingots per second, and you're making 4, 8... How do we have got this difference in ingots? Something is not adding up. 4, 8, 12, 24, and this over there is 36. Ah... We still got the crafting speed difference over there. That's why it's not adding up. Yeah, it's definitely doing 36 because these over here are doing 36, but the ones on the outside are not doing 36. They are limited to a little bit lower. But ultimately, it will be 36 ingots over there per second and 36 ingots over there per second. So it does add up in the end. It just does not add up right now. Good. Alright, alright, alright. And then if you are doing 36 and you are doing 36, we could technically... Yeah, it will be 4 of these, or alternatively 4 of these and 4 of these. And we're gonna set them all up. So let's move this up a little bit. These are the solar ones? Yes. And as we have nuke artillery, they can also be used in the artillery wagon. I think we can. I'm actually not quite sure how it works. I never really tried it out. I mean, nuclear artillery is definitely going to be a thing, and we've not really looked too much at nuclear stuff yet, because we don't really have that much uranium. Okay, we got about 50,000 uranium over there. It's not that much. We got some uranium. We got another 10,000 uranium over there. And then also about 10,000 thorium over there. So uranium is available. We should probably take a look at that sooner or later and make ourselves a nice little uranium power setup going forward. Uranium, what do we have available for that? We have some tech available for that. We can of course turn uranium into uranium-235, 238 and 234. We can go down the path of uranium hexafluoride. What's the difference between that? Wait a minute. This is kind of confusing. Let's have a look at here. Pum, 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 pum. Where's uranium? Uran. Ah, we can do... No, that's depleted uranium processing. That's depleted uranium plates. That's powder. Uranium ore. There we go. So there's a whole bunch of things we can do with uranium ore. We can use it, of course, in just the centrifuge. That will work. We can use it for tiberium research, which we don't really care about. Uranium ore and nitric acid will go into uranyl nitrate, which can be used for something. Uranium oxide is if we combine it up with hydrogen gas. This looks like Uoki, which I don't really care much about right now. Alright, how do we get to the hexafluoride then? Maybe via you? We don't have this one. This is the advanced uranium processing. And you over there, you turn that into uranium oxide, which we can then turn into uranium tetrafluoride by cooking it up into hydrofluoric acid. That we do have available. That will give us the uranium hexafluoride, and then the uranium hexafluoride over there, we can turn that into... the tetrafluoride, we can turn to hexafluoride, sorry, the other way around. Which we can then use over here to do the advanced uranium processing. I think this one is just cheaper, I guess. It's got the same output, I think. It's kind of hard to tell over here if there's an improvement or not over there. It's almost impossible to tell. But to make 8 uranium hexafluoride, we would need 8 uranium tetrafluoride, which will require 8 uranium oxide. And uranium oxide is made 1-to-1 out of uranium ore. So instead of using 10 over there, we would use 8. So it's a small improvement, like a 25% improvement in resources to make uranium-235, 238, and 234. Are you tiberium for the power generation? Yes, we are. But we might as well go down the uranium path as well, right? Mostly, we probably want to go down the uranium path over here to use it for weapons, I guess. Because the tiberium we use for power, like we do over here, we just turn tiberium into coal, and we just run coal-based power plants with them. There is the option to turn tiberium into tiberium fuel cells, and we can use the tiberium fuel cells in nuclear reactors. And we could run a nuclear reactor with that as well, if we would want to. But for that we need to make some nuclear reactor parts, of which I think we are doing them already. But let's go back to this problem over there. So, this is going to be making the mixed metals. Profi Spieler, hello there. And then, how about flip. That could be good. It does consume a total of 72 ingots per second, so we can't really do a half and half belt for this. So how about we do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we just put in one belt on the one side and one belt on the other side. I'm kind of thinking about maybe doing it like this even. Wait a minute. There you go. And there we go. And then we can put behind this. Oh, this could be good actually. Yep. Put it on its side like this. We're gonna feed them all from one side. You're doing solder. You over there, you can do molten lead. That's glass. Molten lead, please. And you over there, you can do the molten tin. Good. And then we can take the blue belt over there. That will be for the tin. This one over there will be for the lead, and these over there will be both of them. So we prioritize automatically the production of solder first, and then we go in for like the other products over there, and which will also mean that we will need this over there real quick, and we're gonna need ourselves. Let's use the fancy blue inserters for this. Good. Yeah, over there will be fine, and over there will be fine. Tin is over there, and lead is over there. So the lead will be on the bottom belt. And you need both of these. And you will need one of these. There we go. Pom. You'll take this, you'll take that, and you'll take this, and you'll take that. Sure, that'll work. And then we can just put in the pipes real quick. Pum, 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 pum. Do this. Do that. Do this. Do that. Do this. Alright, that's all connected. And I'll take it. I kind of want this corner over there to be as close to that corner over there as possible. And you the same. This corner over there as close to that corner over there. Maybe move you up by one so that it just looks like a little bit nicer. Oh, good God. Alright. Those power pulls got better afterwards. I have the feeling I did something weird over there. Here we go. We kind of broke it a little bit. It'll be fine. Anything important bleeping over there? Ah, I see what's going on over there. Ah, it's been taken care of. Can we take care of it a little bit harder? There's a fucking worm over there harassing us. There we go. Make him go away, please. One more. Thank you. Good God, these worms can sometimes be so fucking annoying. Alright, you over there, you over there. You over there, and... That'll take care of power for all of these. Now we need to take care of the ingots for all of these. 18 ingots per second. Let's do a double output over there. And then we got all of these over there. We could do something like this and that. And actually maybe move you over there. And move you over there. That'll be one. That'll be two. That will not work. It's kind of horrible. What we could do is just do this. It's a bit ass backwards, but it'll be fine. Good. Alright, let will be on this one over there, which will be going to these and those. There we go. That'll be fine. Perfect. Don't need this anymore. Now we're making up to 360 of the lead of all of these. So 360. You're not running at full speed yet. If we give you an upgrade, we can tell exactly how much you're doing. You can consume up to 210 lead per second. This over here makes up to 360. So it's a 2-to-1 ratio for these. So we're going to need 2 of these. Same for you. And if we want to turn them into solder over there, we will need 140 molten solder. You're running at double speed, so we will need up to 4 of these. Alright. We could just do a half and half belt over here of the sheets. Yeah, let's do that. So, you over there, you over there, you over there, you over there. That was kind of messy. But we got there in the end. And then... No, not like this. Like that. Flip some of these around. I kind of have the feeling that you are probably 1, 2, 3. That's the proper distance for you. There we go. And you over there, you over there. For this entire setup over there. And And you go out one side, and you go out the other side. Good. And then just add materials to it. Let's place them on top. Let's place them like right over there. Alright. They all require their individual liquid. There's no liquid mixing over here. There's just one liquid going in. Which means lead has one thing, solder has another thing. That's again solder over there, and that over there is molten tin. You over there, you over there. I can just hear the bleeping going on non-stop. Like, what the hell? The bleeping will never stop. And then this over there is the molten solder output. Here we go. Let's just put you over there for a second. Over there for a second. I guess we can place you over there. Okay, the trees are in the way. There you go. Now we can see. There are things missing over there. Good. That over here will be the molten lead. That needs to go in over there. And only over there. And this over there is going to be the molten tin. Good, and that will be fine for that as well. Cut this corner, that'll be fine. Those corners there also look fine. That corner can go, and this corner can go. Perfect. Alright, 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 alright. Can we place some more of these on top? We sure as hell can. Like one over there. One over there. Yeah, it's not really a perfect grid for these. It's a semblance of a grid. Time to go to the offensive for the biters? Nah, it's fine. Don't worry about them. Alright. Yeah, then we're going to be making these products out of this. So we're basically going to be combining our lead with our tin, and we're going to be either turning them into... We're going to primarily turn them into solder, but if we can't... If we're backing up on solder, we can turn them into lead plates or lead coils and tin coils, which is going to be very useful later on. And then the only thing that's missing over there is going to be a cooling system. It's basically this what we need. Can we make this in just a bit prettier? I mean, this works. But I kind of want it as a unit I can copy paste over for other things. So let's just get the parts out that we need. And this is just kind of ew. Pom. Just color the shape real quick. Alright. You. Alright. How about we put you on the side as well? Because then you can fit over here with you somehow. The power poles over there will probably be fine. This over there is the wrong way around. So you need to be a little bit more like this. There we go. Alright, that is the steam connection over there. That's fine. That's the new stuff coming out, which we could technically just push backwards like this. And this is the old stuff over there. This could work. Here we go. We also got some purified water we need over there. We can technically get the purified water over here from cooling down the steam over there. That's what we're doing with this block over there. There we go. We could place this block maybe at the end, because we got all of this extra steam going around. That steam needs to go somewhere. Maybe place that block in the middle. We got all this space over there. There we go. Let's place you in the middle for a second. Let's get rid of you for a second. Because the steam needs to go in here. Here we go. To turn that steam back into water. And then the water over there, we can just connect you up over there. The water that we make over here, we can use then over here to wash the ceramic filters over there. If this thing was running at full speed, we're going to be making about 300 steam per second, which we can then turn that into 300 purified water per second, which is going to be way more than we need over there. So we might need to think of having an extra out for all of this water. Let's push this together a little bit further. Fluxbugs, hello there! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Mods, it's everything. It's mostly angels and bobs together with like a whole bunch of stuff that is just gonna be in the way. Pum 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 pum. Let's view over there. Let's have connection for there. Let's view over there. It's all the mods. Sadly, it's not all the mods because all the mods are not compatible. We could make them compatible, but it would take so much effort to do so. You over there, you're only going to be activated if purified water over there is going to go over a certain threshold. Also, Sintert, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. The mods are pain. Good, purified water. If it goes over a certain level, we will start to purify it over there. And then the only thing that's left to do over there is, now we're backed ourselves a little bit in the corner because this underground pipe over there is breaking more than it should. Unless we can do this. That'll work. But we need to bring the coolant back to the front. We also need to make sure that these are connected. There we go. So just add water in from somewhere. The coolant will be added in over there. So coolant in over there. Cool it down, cool it down, cool it down, cool down the cool down. Then spent coolant will go over there. Water will go over there. And I guess we could just bring the coolant back from the outside like this. It's a bit extra, but that'll work. Alright, more random research. This, that, this, that, this, that, this. What the hell? Panzer 4? Alright, we're building this, the most built German tank. Fuck yes. I'm gonna make myself priority. Panzer 4, please. If you want to know what kind of mods we have in here, we yes. Bottom middle pipe. You mean this one over there? There's a pipe over there. There's also a rock on top, which kind of makes it look a little bit weird. And if we connect the water in like this, then yeah, the rock is a bit odd. Alright, and then if we can do power a little bit better over there. I mean, we got these over there. These will be fine, but kind of dislike where power is going with this one over there. Part of Command and Conquer? No, that I'm not quite sure where that one is coming from, to be perfectly honest. Alright, take this entire thing. Yeah, that's kind of why I wanted this to be like a little bit closer like this. There we go. Also, just place this in there for a second. There we go. You actually power everything we need. We don't need any additional power. Perfect. Alright, spent coolant is coming out over there. Spent coolant needs to go to the top. There's of course a power pole in the way. Let's build in reverse. That's usually easier. That's the spent coolant in. And then the fresh coolant. That will be over there. And then of course we'll need the train station over there that will add more fresh coolant in on top. Alright, alright, alright. Let's place some train stations, and then we can start to find a home for this thing. Lead ore. We're not even remotely done with this, actually. I just realized we're not making the acid yet. We still got this acid open. This stuff over there. And we don't have the oxygen in there either. Oh, fuck. We're not even remotely done. Alright, how do we make this acid then? Because we need to make over here, what is it called? The hexafluorosilicic acid. Hexafluorosilicic acid, there we go. That's just silicon ore in hydrofluoric acid. That's actually not too bad. Two things we can do. We can either import the hexafluorosilicic acid, or we make it on site. We will most likely make it on site because hexafluorosilicic acid is not used in anything else. And apparently we can vent it in a flare stack. So we need to bring in some silicon and some hydrofluoric acid. Hydrofluoric acid, however, is used in a whole bunch of things. So it does make sense that we're probably going to start building somewhere out there a hydrofluoric acid making machine. So we're going to be ordering in hydrofluoric acid. But we're also going to be ordering in silicon ore. So you over there. Silicon. And on top of that, we're going to be ordering in... right over there. The fluoric acid. Where is it? There we go. Let's see, fluoric acid, right? Yes, hydrofluoric acid. Good. I don't really think we need a big build for hydrofluoric acid. Let's have a look at this real quick. I think we do that in a liquefier if I saw it correctly. Let's put down a liquefier real quick. There it is. Hey, you. Over there, please. And then hexafluoric acid. There we go. Yeah, it's just 1 and 2. And then out it goes. You make up to 112. And how much do we need? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. We can still get the crafting speed increment of 50%. So at most 90. Yeah, one of these will be fine. We could just make it like right over there, something like that. Yeah, we really do not need a lot of this. We did kind of forget about this output though. Over there. I think there's also some inserts that's missing in the middle. There are some issues still in here. And actually, this is kind of terrible. We can't do the direct insertion from here if we do that. Yeah, a couple things in here are kind of terrible. Mostly due to the fact that we kind of forgot about some of these liquid pipes. What we can do is we can move you back by 1, and we can move you back by 1, so that we have the space over there for the direct insertion. Let's also maybe make sure that we can do the direct insertion. So you over there, you over there, and you over there. You, and you. So we don't forget about that. Which does mean that we can still make the acids we want to make over here. Put you back. And... that's hydrofluoric. What else called hexafluoric? Where is that stuff? There it is. So that will still work. And then we can make a connection over there. Good, that's all of these connected. Then, the things that we're missing over here, oxygen. We had the pipe for that, which we kind of lost somewhere. Not quite sure where it went. But an oxygen intake over there is not going to be too hard. We can just do this. It'll be fine. We're also missing some inserters over here, especially this inserter, that one, this one, that one, that one, this one, and then these 3. You were lead? You are lead. Perfect. Which means we can just do this. Done. And that one over there is tin. Maybe do it like this. Might seem a bit odd, but then we can do the following. That's also a bit odd. Here we go. Done. Good. And then we also got the silicon over there. That should be done with that as well. Good. We can make a small oxygen maker on top over there. How much oxygen do we need? Like 90 per second, that's not a lot. But what do we do over here with the sulfur dioxide? I think last time around we just vented it. We can, of course, try to recycle it, turn it back into sulfuric acid if we would really, really need to. But to be perfectly honest, we just don't. Sulfuric acid is really, really cheap. So I guess we just end up venting it. I dislike that we vent stuff, but at the same time, if it's just so cheap to make, I see no issue. Hey there, little lizards. Thank you for the resub.
The Holly Cookie resubs under a new name.
Ah, wow, that's a new feature I've not seen before. But I was a little bit surprised about little lizard here, but too. Subscribing for 5 months in a row already. I was like, what the fuck? I would have remembered that name. Hey there, the unholy cookie. Congratulations on the name change. But why little lizard? Why not big lizard? Yeah, the option for a big lizard. How you doing, mate? Bum, 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 bum. I got distracted. Oxygen. Bum, 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 bum. We got an oxygen making machine around here somewhere. There should be one. Where the hell is the oxygen? Well, little lizard, cause you looks like we look like quite small in the games you play. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. We're looking for oxygen. There's some oxygen over there. Boop. How much do you make? You make 81. Maybe if we just give you some speed modules, you'll be fine. Here we go. I don't really want to spend too much on an oxygen making machine over there. Good. How about we place you over there? We don't need the power pole because this thing over there will reach. We vent you. We will add speed. That should be enough. The oxygen input is over there. We can just do this, that, this. And then there we go. Good. And then we put the outputs on the end all the way over there. Wait a minute. Oh, fuck. The moment you kind of realize, hey, these buildings require power. How do we get that in? Actually, we still got the space over there. One over there and one over there. But we do need to bring something in here that we can use to cook it up. And we're going to bring some coke in. Because we need coke and carbon. We can bring in some coke and just cook it into carbon on site. But I'm not bringing in both. Let's bring in the coke. There is an easy recipe to turn coke into carbon. There we go. That's not how we look up recipes. That's how we pick up stuff. Carbon. There's two ways to make carbon. There's an easy way and a slow way. The easiest way is just to steam crack it. We just take some coke, we cook it in some steam, and we get carbon out of it. We only need like a little bit of carbon for this entire process. As we need a total of 1.53 carbon per second, and we can do that in a liquefying machine. There we go. You're going to be making more than enough carbon that we need. And we're just going to use an electric boiler for that. I've got no qualms with this. Alright. Which means the coke that we get out from all the way over there. Also, we don't need all these radars. We do need one radar, but we don't need all of these radars. One like that, please. Alright. This will be the coke input. Which we're also going to need over there. And then coke in there as well. And you turn that into carbon over there. Just add water and we will be fine. What are we ordering over there? We're ordering in the fluoric acid. Perfect. Fluoric acid. Pum 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 pum. There's no real cool connection over there for that. I mean, we can come in from all the way over there. Place you over there, do you over there. Corner piece over there. Corner piece over there. Done! And then water for you. You only require 60 water per second. You know what we could do for this? Groundwater bore. This makes 60. Call it a day. Done. Alright, alright, alright. I think that's most of our woes over here taken care of. And then we got the output. What do we have in outputs? We got 3 outputs over there. And that's it. Let's put them on the same height. Like one over there. One over this will be slaughter. Slaughter coils. You over there, you will be tin sheet coils. And you over there, you will be lead sheet coils. Alright. Do you also need water for the cooling system? Yeah, but that requires a bit more water. Maybe we can do it with the groundwater bores. Actually, how much water do we need for that? 50, 100, 300. That's basically nothing at all. It's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 extra just for symmetry. Good. These over here come out as a half and half belt. Which means we need to re-split them up. And they will be going in over there. Good. So do this. Do that. You over there. Upper priority at somewhere. This will be lead coils, I think. This is the lead one, right? Yes, it is. Good. And then rebalance you. Same thing for you. We can do the rebalancing all the way at the end. Right over there. Good, 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 good. And I think we now got the entire facility ready to go. We just need to find a home for this thing. There might still be some mistakes in there, but we'll spot those mistakes once we start building it. I guess we can just keep adding stuff over here. We do need to work a little bit of this train out over there, but we can, yeah, let's just put it over here. I think over here will be fine. And then we can also develop that train line over there like a little bit. Yeah, you're gonna live right over there. And we're also right next to that. Perfect. Alright, we got this train line over here at the top, which is more or less a placeholder for now, but let's make it a proper train line. That's a lot of dudes! Also, that's all those giblets! I guess they're all coming from over there. Does the artillery over there have nothing to do anymore? No, you are definitely artillery capable, but I guess we're out of range, right? Yeah, we're out of range. How long has this run been going on for? Good question. Let's have a look. About 189 hours, give or take. It's not that big of a base. It's a tiny base. We had bigger. We definitely had bigger. Yeah, we're also not really playing super duper fast. Also, I think I let the game run for like overnight at one point or another. So, all right, let's see if we can move you around a little bit. Can we just place you maybe over there? These fucking power pulls, man. All right, you're fine. There we go. Good. We don't really have the full setup for the two-way track over there yet, but we can at least make this a bit better. There we go, do this. There we go. So there's still a bit of mixed track over here, but we'll extrapolate that later. So a little bit more than a week? Yeah, something like that, right? It always looks bigger in your mind than in reality. I do lose track how big my bases get in Factorio so often because I just keep on building. We just keep on adding stuff. And at some point in time, I just look at it and going to be like, oh, was it always this big? Alright, I think we do have... Don't we have, like, not the American outpost, this guy over there? That could work. Let's go back by one. Oh, that's why I do that. And let's pull that train track downwards over there. Let's make a corner. We also need to expand the robot port over there like a little bit more, but yes. Was the pie base 3 or 4 times the size? I think the largest pie base we had was like 30 million square tiles. It was, I think, 2,000 by... or 2,500 by 4,000 tiles. You almost never deconstruct the old unused spaces. We do need to deconstruct this thing at some point in time. And it will get deconstructed. If we have a look at this, what's still happening in here? The only thing that's still happening in here is some of the ore sorting over there. But since we're kind of pulling out parts like making copper and stuff like that, more and more out of this base over there into their own dedicated machines over there, we can start reimagining this place over there and probably start rebuilding the mall in there. This thing over there is also kind of done. It's completely empty already. The only thing it every now and then still does is a little bit of saffrite over there and a little bit of popmonium because this process is still working. But the train stations for the ore inputs over there have been taken out long ago. And we still got like a little bit in here for an output, which we could just ask the trains to pick up and bring wherever. But yeah, this entire thing over there can get rid of. This is the old power plant. The old power plant is still in use. Never mind. I guess it's no longer in use. We should at least activate the refinery, though. It is kind of important that this place over here is working. I guess we can't no longer use it for power. Why did you actually... Oh, because you're not getting any ores. Because we're no longer putting ores on the train? Question mark? It's all blue over there. Okay, fair enough. Because we're no longer doing blue ores. Yeah, the Tiberium refinery needs to be redone. And actually, this one is kind of important, actually. Alright, we need to... This needs a little bit of attention. Because you used to get green ores or green Tiberium from a train, but... Oh, we're actually kind of low on green Tiberium now that I think about it. And this field turned blue already. But yeah, we got like all this blue tiberium over there. We got a little bit of green tiberium over there, which we could send up over there to get processed. Yeah, we need more green. Or actually, I don't think we need green. Can we do? I haven't looked at this in quite a while. Can we do? Yes, we can. There's a couple of things we can do. We can still do oil refining based upon tiberium. Let's have a look in here. This is easier. Liquid tiberium. This is the process we're mostly spending it on. We can always turn liquid tiberium into coal. That will always work. We can also turn liquid tiberium over there. This is research data. This is research data. This is all research data. Yeah, liquid tiberium, the only thing we can do with that is to straight up turn it into coal, which is a bit sad. Isn't there also, wait a minute, there must be, we're missing a process in here. Or is that a different process? We got molten tiberium, we got molten blue over there. And we got molten green over there. The molten green? That one we can turn into tiberium prime reactant, which we can turn into other ores, but we can't. Alright. That's coming out of tiberium slurry in water. Alright. And then the blue tiberium slurry. Then we can turn into liquid tiberium. Or into the explosives. Yeah, the liquid tiberium is definitely the part we want to go with this one for. And then, of course, we could turn it into coal. And then from coal over there, we can turn coal over there into naphtha, natural gas liquids, and base mineral oil. Or into hydrogen sulfide gas, benzene, and methane, or into synthesis gas, carbon dioxide, and hydrogen fluoride, hydrogen sulfide gas, or into carbon dioxide. But we can't really get it into the fuel oil, can we? We can turn it into naphtha. But we can't turn naphtha into fuel oil. We can turn naphtha into synthesis gas, though. And synthesis gas, we can then... Oh, nah. That's nutrient pulp for fuel oil. we can run our flavor turrets with vegetable oil. But we can't really... Yeah, we can turn everything into synthesis gas, but we can't turn synthesis gas into anything else. I really like the idea of the tiberium refinery because the... Well, to not turn it off, there we go. Unless I'm missing something, there's a good chance I'm missing something. But molten tiberium over there, we can turn into multi-phase oil. And that is the very powerful part over there. Because the multi-phase oil allows us to turn it basically into anything. And that's why we mostly need green tiberium. Yeah, the green tiberium is very useful utility-wise. And the blue tiberium is very useful just for straight-up power. So we do probably need to take a little bit better care of our tiberium fields over there. And it's a bit of shame that this thing turned that much blue again. I was kind of like, it'll be fine. I don't think we need to take care of it too much. But I guess we need to blow up all the blue tiberium out of there again and let it grow again. Which is kind of sad and stupid. At the same time, we got all of this green tiberium over there, which is currently not moving anywhere because we got all the blue tiberium. Is there maybe a direct conversion for blue tiberium? Maybe I'm looking at it from the wrong angle. Blue tiberium, this is green to blue. This is green and blue into green. Does require some substrate though. Green monoculture conversion. Green Tiberium monoculture. Feed it blue. Make it turn green. In a green Tiberium monoculture. But this is a thing. A large purifier that when placed on a Tiberium node and powered will ensure that only green Tiberium will grow nearby. We have some of those. Yeah, I mean, we can remove the blue, but the thing about the blue Tiberium is, if you got like lots of green Tiberium, it will turn blue after a while. It's just how Tiberium works. Every Tiberium field starts out as a pure green field, like this one over here. And if green Tiberium has enough density in it, it will start turning blue. And then the blue starts to take over. Let's place one of these. I'm kind of curious. Here it is. Does require power. Does it also require... It does have a conversion speed over there. Do we need to feed it blue Tiberium? Maybe. I'm not quite sure if the monoculture... I've not really experienced the Tiberium mod that much with this one yet. But it's about time we take a look at these. Okay, we need to feed you blue. And then you turn 4 blue into 1 green. So what we could do over here, for example, we could get ourselves Omega Drill. I was kind of hoping we could get to the corners over there with this one over there, but we cannot. But we can place you. We can place you over there. Oh, well, she showed up. Naked in the Tiberium field. Fair enough. This will mine blue stuff. And then you can emit green stuff. This is a rather slow actually, is it slow? Maybe it's not too slow. But we mostly want to think about green Tiberium over there. There we go. Good placing. Place over there. All the way around. Input priority over there. Hey there, mate. How you doing? Alright. Yeah, you know what? Let's place these everywhere. I think it will be fine. What's the difference between blue and green? I just talked about it, but I can repeat it if you missed it. The green Tiberium is more better. That's a word. The green Tiberium has higher utility function, whereas the blue Tiberium has more of an energy function. But the blue Tiberium eats the green Tiberium, and we kind of want to make it sure that we can always get ourselves some green Tiberium. So let's put down some of these miners there. We don't really need to fully mine out the field. I think it will be fine if we got some gaps in here. Here we go. We can't really reach you. Yeah, mate, don't worry about it. Repeating stuff is part of the program. Good. Let's go this way. Let's go that way. Can we fully mine the field? If we fully mine the field, we might probably end up with the situation that we... How to put it? That we run out of everything. So I'm kind of happy with keeping some gaps in there. I'm trying to believe, but I may or may not have full focus on your stream at all times. Alright, Sintit, repeat the last 3 words I said. And if you make a mistake, There will be horrendous costs. Nah, mate, I fully understand. Whenever I have a stream open myself from whoever I'm watching, I always have it like on the side monitor, and I'm doing something else on the side. Words I said. Fuck it, that was too easy. Alright, how about the last 20 then? Bum 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 bum. That should be fine, right? Alright. That seems to work ish. Let's see. You're gonna have an output in there, an output in there. We're gonna have these over there, those over there, you over there, and you over there. What the hell are these? These are the Omega drills we can build. Have you never seen the Omega drill before? It's pretty Omega. Waiting for the power pulse to explode? Oh, that might actually be a thing. How much power do they eat? 7 megawatts! What the hell? Yeah, these power pulses are gonna snap. Disconnect that for a second. These power pulses are gonna explode if all of them are running. Yeah, let's upgrade these to the tier 2s. In the meantime, we're just gonna add some more of this one over there. Bum bum bum. You over there. And one over there. And then I mean, if we're already waiting for stuff over here to come out, you over there, you will have a filter for blue tiberium. Bish bosh. Ah, we still having power over here. Did I not disconnect power? I thought for sure I disconnected power. Wait a minute. Where's power coming from? Oh. Are we doing the sneaky thing that these over here technically count as power poles? I think we are putting in power via the SRF emitters. Yes, we are. Done you. Yeah, we're getting power via the fence. Did I just see that converted to green? Oh, these might be doing a way better job than I thought they are. Also, when I'm at what's going on? That's fine. Don't worry about it. Alright, but we do need to set up a better power setup for this. Also, how are you not getting power? Because you're just out of range of these poles. There we go. Yeah, it's a different kind of electro fence, definitely. Pom pom pom. Then we're also going to need an output for you somewhere over there. Output for you somewhere. You need one over there. Alright, let's string these together somehow. So, you get one over there, you get one over there, you get one over there, there. You don't even have one yet. Same for you over there. I'm missing so many things everywhere. Bum bum bum. You go over there, you go over there, you go over there. These power poles over here. Okay, I think I placed these around so we can delete you. Perfect. It looks a bit better now. And then, of course, we kind of want to make sure that this thing over there always runs. So if we pick up Tiberium, we want to use this as a priority. Input priority from this part over there. And I'm just gonna make like some individual ones over there with input priority over there. How about you like this? Input priority at the bottom. Input priority at the top. Oh, you're still missing stuff over there. Pom pom pom. Input priority at the top as well. You also top. Alright, you are in, you are in, you are still kind of extra. Not quite sure what we're going to be doing with you yet. Pom 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 pom. Here we go. Alright, you're coming in from over there. You're coming in from over there. Oop. Good. It's about time that we start mining this field somewhat properly. I mean, we've been letting it sit for quite some time, and it's about time that we just make use of it. There we go. I got you over there as well. You're gonna be a priority. You're only gonna be the one that's a little bit odd for this. Everything else, just bring it together, and it should be fine after this. Yeah, I was always kind of imagining that we could mine this field a little bit more straight. But I think this will be fine. Now, there's going to be a whole bunch of blue tiberium in these, which we're going to be feeding into this green tiberium monocultures over here. So I'm kind of hoping that this will even out somehow. Yeah, let's just set this up a little quick and just let it run like this. I'm also not quite sure how power is even remotely working in the system, but as long as nothing burns down, I'm fine. And stringflation is hitting your favorite Mexican restaurant? No, you just need to buy more tacos, mate. The center has 2 outputs. Yes, and also this output over there is not gonna work. There's no connection over there. What? And also this connection is a little bit too far off. There we go, it should be fine now. As long as you are running again, that will be fine. Alright, we got a little bit distracted over there. We wanted to make a curvature over there. Here we go. And then we take this real quick. Placeholder. Not like that. What the fuck? Alright, and then we're gonna take you out again. Pum pum pum. There we go. And then somewhere over there. Even this we can reduce like a little bit. There we go. No, not like that. Not like that. There you go, I'll be fine. Alright, we could build this with our pocket pots. Real quick. And then we will also need a little bit more coverage over there as well. We also need a power input. Let's put you over there. You over there. You need to be a bit closer. There you go. And then we can put some rubble ports in that build, and then we can make the entire thing over there just pop up. What is this, Cortinium? Yes, perfect. And Mikhail, hello there. I like how motivating she is. I think you will find happiness. You were wrong. You did not find happiness, you found the ground. Oh, what the hell? There's a pile. Let me just get rid of this. There's so many of them over here. What the hell? What happened over here? Somebody had a blow-up doll party. There we go. There we go. I almost thought we got an achievement for that. We're having a sleepover. Ah, I see. The good old cyanide sleepover. I know that one. Alright. Alright. Here we go. Now it goes around. Alright, there's still some gaps over there, but at least we can then make use of this train track over there. And I don't really mind too much building on this field over there because we can easily mine underneath it. We got like miners with large ranges. That will be fine. Alright, we should have enough train track to finish that up at least. We also got all the giblets in our pockets. And pick up some of these giblets. There's not really an easy way to check how often that growth fund has died. Because we can't check for all the models. Because every model has its own entry, but we can see a couple of them. There we go. She died at least 726 times as Bikini Swims with Miku, but also 33 times as Nine-Tailed Fox Miku in Bikini, and the other ones we have put in there at some point in time as well. So, we don't have the full accurate number. Well, we could just calculate it ourselves, but I don't want to. Here we go. Here we go. That should do it. That's fully connected now. Something is bleeping. Let's say 1,000. Yeah, 1,000 is probably fine. Alright, let's not build this yet. Let's make sure that we can get power in over there and power across over there. And voila, we got power in here. Which also means we can place like a roboport over there, a roboport over there, a roboport over there, and then a roboport over there to fully connect this entire thing up so that we can build wherever we need to. There's going to be a bit of train track right over there. There we go. Can we get around that corner? Actually, we can if we just pull this back a bit and we just ghost it in. Come on. Don't be like that. Really? One further back? Two further back? This won't work. I'll take this one then. Good. And then you go over there. You go... Not like that. That's kind of ugly. One for the back. That won't work. So how about we go for there? You go over there. Bump, bump. No. Yes. Alright, and then this does not need to be that long. Yeah, we're not going to be feeding back the output into the same row. We're going to passing it through to the other side. Not like that. Alright, and then you go... Alright. There's also going to be another issue over here of these train tracks having to go all the way over there. And you're missing a part. And you're missing a part. We can push this back a bit. Yeah, just get rid of it for a second. Can we connect these? Almost. We should be able to get them across like this. And Subnautica 2 is out. Yes, I already talked a little bit on the Discord about that. I mean, it's probably going to be fun, but it's still in early access. And I'm going to be waiting a little bit more before I even pick up Subnautica 2. Well, that's going to be bad. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, but I think it could definitely take some more time in the oven. So I'm just going to sit tight on that one for a bit. Also, I think I would rather enjoy it more if... Let's pick up these real quick. If we get like the full story out of it, and not like a partial early access story out of it. And also, everybody's covering it right now. Why the fuck should I cover it? Also, I think it's going to be way more fun if I just kind of stay away from it like a little bit. Mostly due to the fact that it does have some survival and horror aspects into it as well, which I'm kind of looking forward to it. Ah, we missed. Also, are there? Oh, there they are. You played a little bit of Subnautica 2, it's creative, you get a feel for it, but maybe I should finish up Sub 1 and BZ first. Blue Xenos. I know that game. No, it's not Blue Xenos. Baltic Zealots. Yes. The new expansion of Crusader Kings 3. Below Zero. Oh. I should have thought of that one. I always like when I get like abbreviations in chat. I'm going to be like, yeah, I know that one. It could be anything. Yeah, Below Zero. We did play Below Zero when it came out, and it was fun. A bit short, but fun. And Subnautica 1, we never really played on the channel, but that was also kind of fun. I mean, the game is not bad, but it can only get better. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the 1.0 release for that one. Also, we got more than enough other things to play. And of course, also, I mean, I already kind of talked about it a little bit. We're gonna be, I'm gonna be at TwitchCon, like. Basically, next week will still be normal, and then the week after, Monday, Tuesday, will probably contain a stream, and on Wednesday, I will be going to Berlin. And on Thursday, I'll be going from Berlin, then to Rotterdam. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday is TwitchCon. Well, actually, Saturday, Sunday is TwitchCon. Friday is the partner party, where I will get drunk, and I will probably not remember anything again. Once race stations see anything, so that we can clean it afterwards. But yeah, next week will just be normal streams. I might just take off the last week of May entirely, just so I can focus on other things real quick. Also, we got no power connections to the top over there at all. There we go. There we go. That'll be fine. Zip, zap. Like finding a new job? I'm working on that. I did reach out to some people. I did reach out to my former boss and was like, hey, dude. You got a job for me? Problem is, and that's actually another problem right now. It's currently like the end of May, or the entire month of May. If you want to find any kind of job in May, it's probably not going to happen at all. Because everybody's on vacation. Absolutely everybody's on vacation. Because May contains the most national holidays in Germany, and because of that, it's basically vacation time. So the people I've reached out to, they've not actively ghosted me, they're probably on vacation. What happened to my old job? I got let go, because I didn't like it there. And I'm very happy I got let go. Also, I'm technically still employed there. I just don't have to work. Nah, the old job, or the technically still current job I had, how to put it? I was kind of very surprised how how alone I felt in a company that large, because everybody was keeping for themselves. And one thing I did kind of say when I was kind of applying for there was like, I do kind of like to be a somewhat social person at work, and I do like to talk to random people for most of the time. And they were like, yeah, it's normal over here. And when I had not really a recruitment meeting, but that business meeting, more or less, when I had that lunch meeting dinner, the lunch meeting thingamajig with the other employees, they were all very happy, but I only kind of realized at the end or later that the only reason why they were happy was because they were not inside of the company. And probably also they got some free food out of it as well. Very weird company. Very weird company. I mean, companies can be weird. That's perfectly fine, but it was like, it was too corporate for me. It was way too corporate. I would rather have a job where things are a little bit more rougher around the edges and you just talk more about stuff than having something that's like super hyper corporate and everybody has to be like the best. And I was like, no, I'm not going to be my best. I'm going to be my worst. And June is best time to get a new job. Not many people support and a lot of people ready for the start in September. Yeah, preferably, I would like to get a new job at the 1st of September as well. Mostly due to one reason. I kind of just want to have the summer off. I've got enough savings that I could just dip into that for like 2 or 3 months. I have enough savings that I could dip into that for like at least 2 years. Though I don't really want to dip into my savings for 2 years. But like maybe just like a job again at the beginning of September. That would be the best. That would be the best in my opinion. And Mr. B, rumor says that you can have a copy of Subnautica 2 as a streamer to play live on stream. Catch is quite a ritual, only for both streamers. You need to stream in a swimsuit. When they work at the company, but they work at the restaurant. Yes, I mean, I definitely noticed a big shift in demeanor when they were like outside of the company. But also, I mean, all in all, the company I used to work for, or I'm still working for, technically, they're doing a decent job. It's not like they're actually terrible over there. No. They're fine. I guess it's just how they work. But all in all, yeah, it was not really a fun place to be, in my opinion. And I fully understand that work does not have to be fun, but it's usually way better if it's fun, you know? You can't make work fun. My last job was fun, it just didn't pay well. It was one of the reasons why I left. The job I had right now, it paid well, but it was no fun. And the outpost is isolated, is it? Oh. Yeah, but this one over there, this outpost is isolated because it got its own supply train. As long as it's good power, it's fine. Oh, this line you mean. Yes, there we go. Good, and then you go to there, and there we go in there. Good. But yeah, I'm slowly looking for something better. And I'm pretty sure we'll find something fun. Here we go. And for now, I'm just kind of enjoying my time off. And to be perfectly honest, I don't mind having a good amount of time off because it's doing wonders for my mental health. Absolute wonders. Didn't really do the best for my sleep cycle. We're working on that. It's getting better. But for my mental health, it was probably one of the best things ever. Alright. We're still missing some signals over there. We're missing, these are all requesters. You go to there. You go into there. You go into there. And you go into there. Wait, this is better? I mean, I can't complain. I wouldn't mind doing this forever, but then again, I mean, that's also the thing. Twitch full-time? Nah. It's if I would be doing Twitch full-time, it would be very different, and I would need to put in more effort. Now, I am kind of looking into some things, how I can make the Twitch part better. It's not like I'm completely not putting it in or default putting it in, but yeah, I don't really want to do Twitch full time. It should always be a hobby, in my opinion. And I like having it at the hobby level, because if I would be doing it full time, I would also need to do all the other things the other full time streamers do. And to be perfectly honest, I don't want to do that. Which would also include running more ads or running more sponsor streams and stuff like that, and all of that. It's kind of hard. I mean, the entire stream element situation did at least put me into the position where I now start to think about it a little bit better in how I can do sponsorships better, how I can do other monetization aspects better, because stream elements cannot be relied on anymore. Not that I was really relying on it for anything. They did give me some great offers, but all in all, yes, some things need to change. So I'm kind of looking into things. It's also kind of the reason why I'm going back to Gamescom, even though the last couple times I was at Gamescom, I didn't really get much out of it. But I'm kind of hoping that this time it will be better. If not, then, well, then I don't need to go there anymore. Same for TwitchCon. I mean, TwitchCon is not really the best for talking to companies or other people over there to get any kind of sponsorships in. But you could sometimes be surprised you're going to see over there. But for TwitchCon, mostly it's just me making contacts again with other people that I've not talked to in ages or I've not seen in ages. Which is also going to be a lot of fun. Sadly, the Fractal team will not be at TwitchCon, or at least the Fractal themselves, because they had some other plans apparently. Alright, I can see 2 trains on top. One with the tin ore and one with the lead ore. Perfect. We need one with the coke ore next. Coke ore is not really a thing, but we do need coke. You still need fuel? Yes. Oh, there's a train coming. That's the coke. Now, the lead part over there will not be working yet because we're not doing the hydrofluoric acid yet. But we can at least get the tin going. There we go. Yeah, we're not going to be turning it into solder, but we can turn it into Plan B. And Plan B over there is going to be turning it into molten tin over there. Oh, shit. I just realized we were missing over here. Where did we get our coolant from? Oh, we need another train station. I think we can squeeze one in over there. And then, mate, thank you for the follow. Pum 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 pum. Yeah, place you over there. Coolant. Not over there. But yeah, one step at a time. Alright, we need to do that probably by hand real quick. Also, we got power over here. That is fine. I was kind of thinking if we could pick up that signal. Oh, this is still not connected. There we go. But you need to be a little bit more over there. Do I not have land for my pocket? I have land for my pocket, right? Yes, I do. Well, I guess we never needed those power poles. Or those substations. Kaboom! They're gone. There we go. It blew them all up. What the hell? What are you waiting on? You're waiting on this guy over there. Now, is it? It is. We'll need some passing points or something in the air so that these trains can operate a little bit faster. Alright, you go to there. There we go. We got power back. The rest will be coming back soon as well. Good. And once we get the coolant in there, we can start making ourselves over here the lovely, lovely, lovely tin sheet cores. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Alright, 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 alright. So, fluoric stuff. Fluor. We can of course get fluor from things like, we can do Givolite chunks and ferrous powder, which is a bit of a weird combination to make fluorite ore. We can also get it from combining sanguinite chunks, adamant chunks, rubite chunks, steroid chunks, and some crystal catalyst. We can get fluorite out of fluorite wastewater purification. We can get fluorite from not any of these. Do we get it? Yes, we can also get it from cracking hydrogen fluoride gas, hydrofluoric acid, fluoride gas, hydrofluoric acid, fluorine gas. There we go. There's uranium tetrafluoride, uranium hexafluoride, tungsten hexafluoride, and hexafluorosilicic acid, hydrofluoric acid, fluoride ore. Oh, okay. We can get fluoride ore if we do the sanguinite chunk processing. Adamantite over there can also push it out. We can get it from tungsten powder processing apparently, but I think that's an internal loop because we got tungsten hexafluoride gas over there and tungsten powder. I think that's a catalytic process. Fluoric wastewater, of course, is one of the best sources for that, but fluoric wastewater, the only place we get that from is from Givolite, adamantite, and elongate processing, but that usually then goes back into itself. So that's not really what we want. We can also get some out of uranium ore reprocessing, but I don't think that's what we want either. There is acidic waste puffing, gaseous puffer, acidic puffer, nutrient pulp, artificial puffer atmosphere, and fluoric wastewater. But that's again fluoric wastewater processing. We just get more fluor out of fluoric wastewater. That's not really what we want. So the best way to get fluorite ore, I guess, is by either doing one of the crystal recipes, either one of these, or by doing adamantite processing or sanguinite processing. Sanguinite also gives us some other cool stuff, doesn't it? That's mostly for things like manganese and stuff like that. Whereas adamantite is giving us things like titanium, chrome, and fluorite. All the way up to osmium, whereas sanguinite over there will give us nothing special at the end. No, it does give us some titanium at the end. And phosphorus ore, fluorite ore, calcium, silicon, and mostly manganese. We already have a bit of sanguine mining around. The only thing we don't have at the moment is any one of these processes over there for the more advanced ores. Also, purification of these is different, isn't it? Wait a minute. That's rubite chunks, sanguinite chunks. Crushed sanguinite and purified water will give us cyan geodes. Oh, we do get geodes out of these. Okay. For some reason I thought we don't get geodes out of these, but we do get geodes out of these. And sulfuric wastewater. And then... okay, the sanguinite chunks over there require sulfuric acid and then a leaching plant. So we can just use the established process over here to do the sanguinite processing. We got these 6 machines over there. It's about time that we make the other 9 of them. And if we place them over here, I think this will be a good spot. Let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. And I guess rid of you. We don't need these anymore. And we're going to pick up over here the... it's not the geode processing, or purification. There we go. Where's the entrance over there? Oh, why did I build it like this? Let's have a look over here. So, the entrance will be where most of the stations are. Alright. A new area opened up in Darknet? I did see that. I was a little bit surprised about that. Mostly, this thing is still... this thing is massive. Okay, maybe stack them like this. Because when I logged in yesterday, or basically today, it was technically yesterday, I got a notification that there was like more infrastructure we can place, or we can get more, what is it called, not infrastructure. The infrastructure level could be raised. But I couldn't go to the new area yet. But I think it opened up now. It's kind of surprising we got a new area now. I have to check it out. Is there also a story update, Marius? Because I didn't really think we would be getting a story update either. Let's put down some train track first. So, you go this way, you go that way. Good, good, good. And then ore purification, and then we just hook you up into there. Your main output is gonna be purified sanguinite, and your geode processing will be... Geode output is gonna be cyan, it was, right? A short side story introducing the area. Oh, I see. There you go. It was cyan, right? It's over there. Yes. Yeah, because I already kind of speculated that it would be an area to the east of the main Wuling area and to the north of the Stockade area, because you could already see it. Like if you would look down from, if you would either look down from the weather station or from the other parts in the northeastern part of Wuling main city, you would see that there would be buildings over there, but there would be no buildings you could even go to there yet. But I think it's also good timing because that event for like making those gourds is finally over. Which also means I could probably restructure my base a little bit. But if we get a new area with more resources, then I can at least also maybe make a better setup in general. Alright, alright, alright. This will be a bit troublesome. I kind of want to go straight in there, but I don't really want to use... Let's do this a little bit differently. Pom, 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 pom. You're there. You over there. Why is it so weird? There you go. There we go. That should do fine. Perfect. Alright, alright, alright. But yes, I'll guess I'll be indulging some Arknights after the stream. Let's just hope that my sleep cycle doesn't break because of that. Alright. You... over there somewhere. You over there. That'll work. Did we got roboports in the setup? I kind of did not remember about that. Well, we'll see in a second or two. Pick up all of these, please. I don't think we've got roboports in the setup. Actually, we can check. Also, that's probably fine. Ore purification does not have roboports in them. Okay, so we need to place them. And there's just too many trees over there. I can't see shite over there. I think I remember that we had some spots where we can place the roboports. Like, for example, one over there and one over there. And I think we also had some similar spots in the middle of these damn trees. One over there and one over there. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. We can probably place one over there to connect to those roboports, and that should be fine. That should build the entire thing. And yeah, the trainer can probably find the path over there. Is probably a trainer wants to go over there. So that'll be fine as well. Good. For sanguinite ore, I'm pretty sure we got a mine for that somewhere. Yeah, there it is. That's even being picked up, apparently. Alright. Cool. It's actually being processed. It's not even going onto a train. It's just being straight up processed. Nice. Also, this boat over here is kind of backed up. Why is that? Because you are backed up because tin is backed up, of all things. Fair enough. Speaking of things backing up, we definitely also need to do something with our nickel very soon. Titanium, nickel, or nintanol is also a very good thing to do because that'll eat a metric fuck ton of nickel. Alright. But it does kind of mean that we need to put the sanguinite onto a train as well. We could put this onto a train instead of processing it over here. I mean, we mostly process over there for the manganese, which we are kind of low on, so I guess we can just keep on going on with that. We could just mine a new field of sanguinite ore, like for example this one over there, and set up a quick mine over there. Yeah, just give me this real quick. Something like this, and then one over there, and some over there. There we go. Take all of these. That should do. Good. Then we're gonna need to power over there as well. Pum 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 pum. I kind of dislike the spacing. You should be over there then. That should be better. Now I like the spacing again. Good. Let's also place in a roboport over there, and I guess a roboport over there. Can we place them at least on the same heights? There we go. Done. We don't need the top corners over there. Done as well. Then we're gonna need a little bit of a hit. And we don't need those. You over there, you're gonna be sanguinite. And you over there, you're gonna be sanguinite. And you over there, you're gonna be sanguinite. Wait a minute. This over there. Good, done. And then we're gonna need two train stations. One for the crushed sanguinite, and one over there for the stone. So, sanguinite, all the way over there, all the way over there. And one for the crushed stone. There it is. Donezo. Good. Pom 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 pom. You there? You go this way. You go that way. Combine. 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 And combine as well. Good. And all of this is going to be the stone output. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be one of them. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 4? 4? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is over there. That's number 5. Move over there. There we go, so you don't contaminate the other thing over there. Turn you into blue. And then I guess we can just do it like this. There we go, that'll be fine. Don't need that. Do need this. Alright, alright. We're missing some lamps over here. Why are we always missing lamps? Every time. Every time. We're also probably missing a proper power connection over there. What is this? This is a big power pole. Alright. Don't do this. Do that. I guess we can tap into that without having to worry about this too much. And then on top of that, we're gonna need some of these fast capacitors. Only a couple. 3 will probably be fine. To stop any kind of flickering of the lights. Alright. You go over there. I'm just gonna hook this up very lazily. It'll be like this. Nothing to worry about, just get it done with. Oh! I should probably be paying at least a little bit more attention on what we're actually researching right now. Because most of the time we just let it go and we just click on things for the air. It's gonna make us happy. We made a Panzer thing! We have to make the Panzer. Also, apparently we can do the puffer review game over there. Sure, why not? This thing over there, that thing, this thing, that thing, this thing, that thing. There we go. Can we automate those Panzers real quick? Here there. They're probably gonna be terrible, but make me some Panzer Fears, please. Let's also make sure that we can give it as much quality as we can. There we go. Good. What's going on over here? Why? Oh, you're not connected. That's why. I guess over there. That should do. And I'm pretty sure that these guys over there will... maybe they'll be connected over there. Yeah, they will connect. Perfect. Alright, we're gonna be waiting on that for a bit. They built on top of these offshore oil things. Well, we can move this track over here at some point in time. What happened to you? You are out of construction bots. Alright. You know what we never did? We never did the auto-injection over here for new construction bots. So we should probably set it up. Let's go over there and do that by hand real quick. I'm also still looking at the traffic at the southern part of the part we're going to walk into. I always see a train over there just sitting around doing nothing. It's definitely because they're waiting. Yeah, we need some better track handling over there. Oh, what's bleeping? Is it important? What happened? It's a big hole in the wall! No, it'll be fine. It'll be fixed soon. Alright, shotguns 2. 15 minutes for shotguns 2? Wow, it's gonna take forever. Also, how did you die this often over here? Yep. Connect to the main line, maybe? You mean the train line over there? Oh, over there. Yeah, we could think about that. Let's do this over here first. This is more important. So, we're gonna need the counter for there. We're gonna be connecting here with the red wire. No, we need a different robot port for that. Extra robot ports, green wire, because you can't really mix these wires over there. None. Read the statistics. Pum 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 pum. Total logistic bots will be the logistic signal. Total construction bots will be the construction signal. We need that as a negative number. So we're gonna move these out there. Good. That will negate all of those. Perfect. Then we set some values in here. Like have 50 construction bots around over there and have 50 logistic bots around over there. And then we're gonna set the filter over there, and there we go. That should fix this. Alright. But why is there so much going on over here lately? Also, what happened to your power connection? Here it is. I see what's going on. I have the feeling that the artillery over there is trying to kill some very sturdy boys over there. And because of that, we're just constantly pulling in the same idiots over and over and over. And these are some rather big attacks. Yeah, it's actually this worm we're shooting over there. Because we got so much health, it takes so long to kill it. And because it takes so long to kill it, we're just spawning like one attack wave after another, after another, after another. Alright, that's taken care of. They do have a decent impact over there, I do have to say. At least it's close enough to the mall that it will be fixed almost instantaneously. But, oof. Is there more bleeping going on somewhere else? Yes, there's always bleeping in this base. The bleeping never stops. Please, bleeping. Stop already. Alright. It will calm down over there. We still have a power issue because if that power pole over there dies, it will not automatically reconnect. Nice! Reconnect, please. Alright. Good talking. What the fuck happened over here? And we got like one construction bot left in there. There he is. He's doing his best. Can we get the train back over here, please? Ah, there's definitely some issues over here with the track. Look at this. Yeah, this over here, this needs... You're two waiting on this guy over here. So you pass this, you move then, and then you go through, and then you move. And this train over there also wants to leave. You now got access. At least we're not really getting attacked that often over there. But oh boy, there's a whole bunch of bullshit over there as well. At least we got one construction bot still fixing the place over there, so that is good. Where's he going? What did you pick up? Oh, you placed something over there. Alright, resupply train is coming in. Let's see if he at least unloads the bots. You're unloading like a whole bunch of things as well as bots. There we go. Let's maybe increase this. Maybe not 50. Let's how about do 200. But 50 logistic bots will be fine. There we go. Alright, that'll be fine. Yeah, we could connect it over there, but I don't think we're gonna actually get much out of that, because the biggest issue we have over here is that this track over here is two-way track, and that's currently causing a whole bunch of issues, because we've got a whole bunch of traffic trying to go to this part over there, and that needs to improve. And I don't really want to do that right now, to be perfectly honest. We should work on that, very true, but I just don't want to do that right now. So we're just going to complain about it for a little bit more, because I would rather work on this over here a little bit more, because this over here looks way more interesting. Connect to the North Line is double track. Well, the North Line, it's not going to change anything, because the North Line over here, it's double track over here, but it's going through the same part over there where everybody is stuck on. This is double track, that's very true, but it turns into single track over here, and then we're going to be stuck on the same corners that we've been stuck on for the other parts of the track. What we can do, and that will be some quick low-level fixes. And we require more spaghetti, but I don't necessarily want to... We could probably get rid of these tree farms over there. And then we can add another piece of track over there. Connect it up with this one over there. This part over there is a bit of a tricky part. I was kind of hoping we could do the train tracks over here once these fields over here have been depleted a bit more. Bum, bum, bum. The line crossing the Beer field turns into single track over here as well. Double track below the fields. Yes. I think that was also what I had in mind before that we just put a double track in the through here. I guess we can start working on it. Let's see. Let's pull you down as far as we can. Let me get the distance gauge real quick. Distance gauge we're looking for is this distance. That will almost fit. Did just say I don't want to do this right now, but now we're ending up doing it. Well, so be it. You'll be over there. We can just move you, I guess. Put you over there. Don't connect there. Alright. Distance gauge over there as well. What's the reasonable amount of signs per minute for a pine mod? 1 per minute is going to be enough. I mean, once you can make the signs you want to make, you can probably make so much of it that it doesn't really matter anymore. Let's see. This over here is still going to be a bit tricky. And then let's also pull you along. Here we go. Here we go. You're running into scaling problems, so much butchering? Yep. I mean, when I was making signs in Pi, I was just making however I could. And it was not really that much. I think it was at most 4 science machines for science. Being consistent about it, I think, is more important than making a lot about it. And decay for the animal parts is making it difficult. Yeah, the last time I played it, decay was not even in there yet. I mean, last time I played Pi was still in 1.1, so... Can't help you there too much. Alright, and we also got the double track over here. Oop. Oop. I guess fuck those two guys. Oh, you connect over there. Did you run out of power yet? No, we got a whole bunch of magnificent power plants over here running Tiberium. We're doing great for power over here. Though, we haven't checked up on power in quite some time. We're now sitting at an average of about 600 megawatts, or just under 600 megawatts. We can go up to 800, so we do need to think about a new power plant rather soon. We're having more issues with... Oh, Tiberium? Well, I guess we don't need this field. Let's just get eaten. We have more an issue with Tiberium and biters than we have an issue with power. There should be another update for Pi coming out. I think the next one is the expansion one of the mod. Yes, I'm not quite sure when they will get the update out. I'm reading up in the Discord every now and then. There's a lot of silence going on in terms of what they're currently working on, which is maybe good or bad. I'm not quite sure. Could be either. I'm still very sus about whatever they're going to be cooking up next. Because the last update just made it more complicated in terms of making it complicated just to make it complicated and not to make it complicated to make it fun. And they kind of tried to optimize some things which were already really, really nice systems, and they just broke them and never really fixed them, I think. Mostly the plutonium processing or the uranium processing. That kind of turned into shit, in my opinion. I think they're still balancing what they have before going for the new stuff. Yeah, they're definitely busy with something. But it's also, I mean, the Pi mods are so hard to balance, because if you want to get a good balance out of it, you basically just have to look and see how other people play it, and everybody plays it differently, and everybody runs into different problems, and whenever they balance something, it will break somebody for something else. And I'm not quite sure if they are on top of that. They're trying. I mean, they're at least trying. I can't deny them that. But it feels to me like it could do with a little bit more of just throw some features out and make the features that you have better, rather than add more features in. It's a classic feature creep problem. Not really feature creep. It's the classic, like, we try to do everything and now it's kind of shit everywhere. We tweak one recipe, when one unit input output, the crafting time can shift several production lines. Yes, and that's a big problem. And because you can't really check those ramifications easily. Well, technically you can, but practically it's... It will still be hard to see. I mean, I'm pretty sure they got some kind of Excel sheet or something like that, which will help them track how much a change will do in terms of certain builds. But that's just numbers. And sometimes you see a number go up in there probably, and you will probably not realize what that number actually means, because unless you actually see it in front of you, how big of a build you need to make for certain things, you're probably not going to realize the problem. So it's like you need to play the mod pack and show them how it's done. I already talked to them about it, and I already gave them my input. And usually they kind of end up listening to the people who just scream the loudest, and I'm done screaming, to be perfectly honest. And Twitch today is Subnautica 2, yeah, everybody's playing it, which is also the reason why I'm not playing it, because why would I? Alright. But yes, like I said, I'll just wait and see what they come up with, and then complain about it afterwards. There's only so much time I have to spend on that, and I, at the moment, don't really want to spend any time on Pi, to be perfectly honest. I'll just wait for the update, and then I'll make my opinion about it. Good. All right, we're kind of trying to get this in better. We got a little bit more train track over there. I guess we can do this. You'll be over there. This will be... Need the LLMs to help with the pie. Which one? Yes, all of them. Just pull GPT. I'm actually not quite sure if that's going to be making it better or worse, to be perfectly honest. I haven't even thought about if AIs or usage of coding AIs is going to be making the mods for Factorio better or worse. It could go either way. Let's see. Some of these tracks will be different. We will have two-way track over here, two-way track over there. We will have two-way track over here. We can also do two-way track down over here if we would want to. Or we keep the main track over there. Let's keep the main track over there. We should probably connect you. We are still down there, so it'll be fine. How do we connect you the best way around? I guess just do the simple and stupid way. Just do this. Just do that. Just do this. There we go. Yeah, my gut feeling is also telling me it's only going to get worse, but who knows? Maybe it will actually be better. Let's see. This is two-way track, which we can enter, and let's just put it in like this for now. You did use slots effectively to help us develop a very simple web application at work, and I'm not a coder. Yes, I mean, the best, worst example I still have for AI right now is that ongoing discussion I have with Stream Elements, where I already talked about it, but I will probably talk about it a couple more times. I got like an email today from Stream Elements where they were like, hey, that ticket you have with us, it's about to expire. Please respond to this ticket, else we have to close it for you. The ticket they're talking about is a ticket that got already picked up by their AI bot. Their AI bot basically asked some follow-up questions I need to add to the ticket to push the ticket along. And after it asked those questions, before I could even do anything, it already closed the ticket and marked it as solved. So I was already there like, alright, thank you bot for closing the ticket. I'll create a follow-up ticket with the information you want. So that follow-up ticket is still open. But I got an email today really just telling me like, hey, that ticket over there, please answer or we're going to close it. I'm just like, what the fuck, dudes? You already closed that ticket, you fuckers. Alright, that's going this way, that's going that way. We can do this signal over there. So it's automated increasing the throughput of the ticketing system? Yes, more or less. I mean, that's also one thing they're kind of complaining about the entire time. They're usually complaining about people, telling people off to not make more tickets. But the amount of tickets I've created by sheer accident is also staggering. Like, I was talking to, like, their AI chatbot and the very first time around, just trying to solve my issue, because I do kind of like the idea of using, like, chatbots as a first-level support. That does usually work quite well, usually. But in their case, I just randomly opened up... That was still the best ever. I randomly opened the ticket with their AI chatbot. In that ticket was the entire chat history I had for the chatbot. And that chatbot was basically talking about everything. It was like one of those chatbots with like, hey, you can do this, you can do that, do you have an issue with this? So there was like this metric long list of input in there. And when the ticket got opened, their chatbot picked it up again, but this time like their AI ticket bot. And it read through the entire thing, and it was reading what the AI bot was talking about, picked up on that, and then was like, oh, I see you want to extend your time period for the campaign. I was like, no, this is not what it's about. That was what the other chat was talking about. It's actually about this. And then it closed the ticket. And I was just like, I'm done. I'm pretty sure Stream Elements will be going bankrupt by the end of the year. Because they're also not paying people at the moment, apparently. They're probably still paying their employees, but they're having massive issues with processing payments for sponsorships. And also that donation site they've put up That's still the best ever. That's still like... I actually have to show it real quick. Just to see how stupid that is. Where is it? Where is it? It's actually over here. Wait a minute. I should probably be fine for now. I'll be fine. There we go. Pum 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 pum. Announcements. There we go. Pum pum pum. Keep it alive. Keep it for free. There we go. Now let me just show this real quick because how insanely stupid this is. Here we go. Hello there, train. Goodbye, train. All right. So Stream Elements is calling for donations to keep the service free and alive, which I think is a fair thing to do. You can always do things like that. But apparently they got a $300,000 monthly tool cost. What? Also, they're not making shit with this. But what kind of insane, weird server or tool setup are they running that they have got like a $300,000 monthly tool costs? How many screens do I have? I got 3, but they're rather big. 3.6 million a year. The AI tool they're using for sure, probably. It's just an insane number, and I don't understand what they're doing. But this post came like at the beginning of the year, where they were more like where the CEO was like opening it up for a call for donations, and I'm pretty sure that Stream Elements has a massive liquidity problem, and I wouldn't be surprised if they would be going out of business by the end of the year, because how to put it, they're doing some shady shit right now. They're doing some real shady shit. Yeah, 300k is a lot for each month, and it's they put it in only as tooling costs, but it could. We already suspect the salary cost in there as well. I mean, your employees are basically tools. I mean, come on. If you're working for somebody, you're a tool. But yeah, they're asking for like an insane amount of donation money for. Are they actually asking more than Wikipedia? How much is Wikipedia getting in donations per year? I mean, every Christmas I see those things show up on Wikipedia every time. There we go. Okay, Wikipedia's asking for more than that. Fair enough. And how they manage to keep things working if the service is free? That's the other part. If they're asking for 300,000 per month, and they're now kind of asking for donations, how did it even work in the first place? Even worse, your furniture? Nothing makes sense over there whatsoever. There's also a piece of track missing over there. Absolutely nothing makes sense in what they're doing over there right now. Alright, this train is now going topside over there. This will free up this part over there like a little bit more. Also, I hear a lot of bleeping again, but there's nothing important going on. I think this change alone already did quite a bit, actually, even though I didn't really expect it to. But I kind of still want to make sure that we can do a bit of a better split around. Let's see. You should go this way. And then... Pom, 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 pom. Yeah, come on. There you go. But yeah, I'm probably gonna talk to a couple of other Twitch streamers at TwitchCon about it, just to see what they got for an input. I already know some input from other people, and they're all like, never working with Stream Elements again. I'm also on that boat right now, because I will probably also never work with them again anymore. Because it's just, yeah, they've become unreliable. At least for the foreseen time, I will probably no longer be working with Stream Elements until something changes. If they do get better, then I'm of course ready to give it a chance again. But at the moment, it's just like a super shit show. An ultimate shit show. But also a very good popcorn kino when I'm just sitting there and just looking at the Discord and just seeing what's on fire. Which is also quite a lot. What's in the way over there? Is there a signal in the way over there? There we go. There we go. And then this one over there. You definitely need to go over there. Yeah, how about we do this real quick? What's the replacement for Stream Elements? Yeah, that's the thing. There's not that many alternatives for that. I've been looking into some other alternatives to Stream Elements. I mean, the thing I'm kind of looking for, which I'm also kind of enjoying, even though it does give me less of a profit margin, is just to pick up sponsorships basically a la carte. Where I'm just going to be like, alright, this sounds cool, let me do this, or that sounds cool, let me do that, and if the spots are full, then the spots are full, and that is fine. Just so that I can like pick and place the stuff I kind of want to pick up myself, you know? And Stream Elements does do that a little bit, because every now and then there's going to be like a sponsorship popping up somewhere, going to be like, here, you want to do this? Yes, no? And then the answer is going to be like either yes or either no. And that's kind of neat. That was always kind of the neat part about Stream Elements. Other places... There are other places that do similar things. There's of course the Twitch sponsorship portal, but that one is also just only throwing up something every now and then. There is other things out there that do a similar service. I think Streamlabs might also have some sponsorship opportunities, but they're equally just as rare. You got things like Lurkit and Woovit. Actually, it's only Lurkit, Woovit that's close to the doors. That allow you to get sponsorships in as well, but they're also kind of rare. And then there's WeHype. I guess it's a company I worked with 3 years ago in a very, very, very terribly managed sponsorship deal. It was so terribly, I just didn't do it and still got paid, and nobody noticed, and I just never really care about it anymore, because the entire organization was done on Discord by just chatting to people, and it didn't do shit at all. But they got better. They definitely got better, because they got now a little bit more modernized interface and everything, and they automated some processes, so that was better. And I logged into their service like the other day, at this week at some point in time, and I kind of noticed that I accidentally did a sponsorship for them at some point in time. I had some money sitting in an account over there. I was like, oh, really? I did something for you guys? Alright. Yoink. But yeah, my current replacement for Stream Elements is probably gonna be just do it myself. You know? Just gonna be running around and gonna be like, alright, I'll probably just chat up publishers and other people directly and just gonna negotiate sponsorship deals directly, because I think that will be just better. Even though it's gonna be more work, even though it's gonna be more annoying to do so, at least then I'm in control of everything myself, and it'll be fine. It will also be a fun experience, and technically I already did that in the past a couple times. But yeah, one step at a time. At the moment, the main objective is to get rid of Google, and I hope I'll be done with that process by tomorrow. Because tomorrow I'm gonna be updating my phone to a different operating system, and then get that entire Google shit out. Does Paradox pay me? No. I did ask them. I do have got a good contact with Paradox, but my channel is still too small for them to do actually sponsored content. And also, to be perfectly honest, and to be perfectly fair about it, I'm also not really covering their games too well. I mean, whenever we get the key, we do like one stream, and then we kind of walk on with it and pass on with it. So I guess that's fair. At least I'm on the good side of the contact list over there, so whenever they do have something coming around, I usually get the key for free. So that at least is good. But yeah, channel size is also part of the problem as well, because the channel size I have is still rather small. I'm still considered to be a micro-celebrity. And as a micro-celebrity, I don't really have that many options. Bum. But yes, that's definitely going to be one of the tasks I'm going to be talking quite a bit about on TwitchCon, just to see what other people do. Enough to be a macro Viking? Absolutely. Alright. And you're famous in your books? Yep. I mean, that's also kind of... I also don't really want to be too big, to be perfectly honest. I kind of like it the way it is right now. And I'm very happy about it. And I would rather have a couple people in here enjoy the heck out of it than a whole bunch of people coming in and going to be like, what are you doing? And I'm going to be like, I'm doing your mom. Alright, can we do something about this train track over there? Maybe? Where do you want to go? You want to go all the way over there? Technically, this train track would need to go over there. But you know what? I think it's fine. I'm also kind of good already. My sleep cycle's getting better, and I kind of like that I'm getting tired. Not at like 10 a.m. in the morning, but I'm getting like tired at like 11. So let's see if we can pump it like a little bit more. Is this thing over here operating yet? What are we missing over here? We're missing pure... Oh, we're missing quite a lot over here, actually. Oh. We're not doing the ore yet. Wait, what with the ore? Wait a minute. Ah. Oh. What the fuck happened over here? Power input. Power output. There we go. Good. This no longer exists. That can go away as well. Why is the train blocked? Because this is still a big network. I mean, this train over there wants to claim this entire path. And he's probably blocked by this train over there. Maybe not. He wants to go all the way over there. He's blocked by this train over there. And once this train passes over there, he might move. No, he's been blocked by this train over there. Yeah, they want to go to the same path over there. And then once he passes, he might be able to move. Nope. He's now being blocked by this train over there. Still not moving? Who's moving now? This train is moving. Yeah, it's because we got that mono system. The system got bigger, and we now got more trains going around, so we definitely do need to upgrade the train system. I mean, that's also where we got this path down here now. And technically, if we... It's mostly the depot over here is causing some issues, in my opinion. Because every train always goes back to the depot, and the depot is still part of this one single path system over there. If we move the depot around, maybe to over here somewhere. Maybe actually right over there. That might be a good spot. Then we can focus more trains over here on this main line over there. And then, of course, we got also the issue that this over here is still single track, but I just don't want to deal with it right now. I'm not in the mood to deal with train tracks right now. I would rather do something else. And I would rather work on this right now. This over here seems more important. So let's work on that. We're going to need some sulfuric setup for that. We're gonna need this. Alright, but without the train tracks, without any of the belts, the power poles can stay, the lamps can stay, inserters can stay. We don't need these machines, nor those machines, nor these machines, not the signals. Oxygen we do need, these we do need. Those we don't need at the moment. As long as we don't override existing machines in there, it'll be fine. Next time with train fixing for sure, I might just do that off stream because it's probably just going to be easier to do while I do something else on the side. Here we go. Put it in there. Ah, fuck. I did this one again. This needs to be sanguinite. Sanguinite, there we go. And then copy paste, wait. Let's do it like this, it'll be easier. Also, the constant bleeping in the background is really doing my head in. Like, whenever I play this, and I hear the bleeping non-stop, at some point in time it's going to be like, I had enough of it. But the bleeping just won't stop. The bleeping is here to be forever. Alright, that's fixed. Then there's a bit of belt missing over here at the bottom. Because we kind of took out all of the belt. What did we got? Oh, we got the split over there because it goes back. And it goes to there because you... There should be another train station over there. Alright, good to know. Pum 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 pum. A passive provider. For sulfur. There you go. That also kind of means that we need to... I'll fix it later. I just don't want to deal with it right now. Good, but that should deal with all of the sulfuric wastewater that we need. We're also going to need some water pumps in the air. 2 of them in total. I guess we can place them over there. Good. And yeah, you need sulfuric acid, right? Yes, and they will make the sulfuric acid for you. Good. Alright. Excuse me? Are we out of logistics space? No, we're not. I can see some spots in there. That means that this is a segmented network? Maybe? That's a network. That's a network. Did we split the network over here? How many networks do we have? 3. 1, 2, 3. It's not a split network. So why are they complaining about not having enough space? Yeah, space in here. You can't lie to me. Ah, you are a split network. That's why. Alright, fix it. And this one over there is also looking mighty fine. Alright, alright, alright. That's good over there. And that's a very slow snake of bots. How's the rubite doing over there? That also seems kind of decent. The coal field over there is also decent. Alright, 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 alright. What about you? You're doing very good for green Tiberium again. Very good. There's definitely more green Tiberium in here now than there's blue Tiberium. I kind of have the feeling that we might end up mining out some of the blue Tiberium over here every now and then. And then we're slowly turning that into green Tiberium over there. So it seems to be working well. As long as we can keep the ore refinery over here going, that'll be fine. Speaking of the ore refinery, you should be good again for power production. So we're gonna cut you off. And then we're gonna re-add you to the power network. That was a misclick. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Alright. Then. Yeah, this Tiberium field we're currently starting to gobble up. Good. This Tiberium field over there is almost entirely gone. Even better. I'm not quite sure what we're going to be doing with this big Tiberium field over there in the middle. It's nice to have it. And it's also great that it's mostly blue over there. But what are we even going to do with that? Alright, no more complaints about not enough logistics storage. I'm still not quite sure what these bots are doing. These are the slowest bots ever. Are they just trying to charge over there? Oh man, they're almost there. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. And then of course we need this entire setup over there, but for that we mostly need Sanguinite. That's still not operating. Here we go. Oh, alright. Sanguinite chunk processing will be coming in. We're mostly doing this so that we can get access to fluorite. And the fluorite is what we need over here for our silver production, which is still kind of surprising that we need all of that fluorite for that. We also... shit. I can't ignore that. We are getting some slag out of this as well. So... we would need to do the following over here. There we go. Apple priority over there. Slag. There we go. And then, I guess we put it into a train station over there. Good. But to be perfectly honest, I think I'm done for today. I had enough of Victoria. I'm good. You're missing limestone as well? Yes. I think I'm good for today. Still a little bit of a shorter stream. I don't really mind having a couple more shorter streams. I would rather have one that's short and sweet than excessively long and then kind of getting tired at the end. But I think we're just going to read Boundish over there. Because he's not doing Subnautica. If you consider second Factorio. Now, I'm still considering just trying to fix my sleep cycle a little bit better. And the sleep cycle fixing is making progress. I kind of hope that by the end of the week it's stable enough that I'm in some kind of a good spot. I do kind of still want to move it like a little bit further to the back. Like a go to bed, or let's put it like this. Get tired at midnight and go to bed at 1 a.m. And then wake up at like 9 a.m. That would be, I think, the preferable way to put it. But nevertheless, I had fun. Thank you so much for the follows today. Thank you so much for everybody who left a follow. Thank you so much, Little Lizard Hiramitsu, for the lovely resub. Simberg for the resub, and Marcel for the resub. And that was it. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing even more Victorio. Because I don't think I got any kind of deal, unless I come up with another game for tomorrow. But the next 2 Fridays are basically the 2 Fridays until TwitchCon, and then the week after is TwitchCon. So we'll see about that. Either way, I'm good for today. Have a good one. Until next time, see you around. Good night. Xenons again? Maybe. I'm thinking about it. Maybe we do some Xenons tomorrow, because yeah, we should do something else in Victoria tomorrow. We'll see. I'll think about it. I'll have something by tomorrow. Nevertheless, have a good one. Until next time, good night.